glide, choking on that lead.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
Ride, got the top let down, leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that lead.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
You see the European grill, so the lips gliss. Tank full of Theraflu, cause I be in them sick whips. Brick slip, roll with me, catch a contact. High definition, popping, flipping out the armrest. See, I'm a rider, dipping in the catalog. Just got it fitted on some shit I need a ladder for. Come up in your hood, stun when I leave, dude.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
I can't deny, I feel I'm such a fly guy. Top chop, call him Sleepy Hollow when they ride by. I know the haters can't stand it. I ain't got a blemish on my Jolly Rancher can. Ride on, ride, top let down. Weaving through the crowd with the bass up loud. Just slide, glide. On the slab when I creep. Take a bath before you put your ass on them seats. Ride, got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that lead.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
Ride, got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that lead.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
Yeah, I hope you got big lungs if you're rolling with me. I roll quickly, roll minute, plus I'm rolling sticky. Hit the road with me, only push it to the 50, cruising through your city, super sharp.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening with it? Yeah. Oh yeah, we gonna cook. Yeah, I'm on that bull-ish today for sure. I'm definitely on that bull-ish today. I'm just letting y'all know. Salute. Yeah, it's been a minute too. Teach what's happening with it. 14, the Panhandle champion. What's good with it? Miss Just Doing the boxing salute. Yeah, I'm on that bull-ish today, Miss Just Do. So yeah, y'all come in the building. Make sure you smash the like button. I know they probably ain't gonna really send out them notifications like that because I don't never hardly be on here. But we definitely in the building. Just Do what's happening with it. Salute. Yeah, James Kelly in the building. My God, I appreciate you. What's good with it, James Kelly? Yeah, Miss Just Do. They've been hating on Keyshawn for a long time. And like you said you've been telling people he a problem. And I've been saying he a problem. Like, see, I ain't forgot when everybody was hating on Keyshawn. Oh, he ain't that. He ain't this. He clout chasing. Yeah. And if we get enough people in here, I'm gonna drop the links too, because I want some smoke today. I've been seeing a lot of bullshit go on. I've been seeing a whole lot of bullshit go on. Whole lot of crying, whole lot of protection. Hold on. Yeah, that boy Keyshawn on Tank Hellman, and they don't like that. Ah, yeah, the Gervonta Davis. See, you got Tank fans, and then you got the Tank meat mushing community. The Gervonta meat mushing community. Where y'all at? I'm talking to y'all. Them the ones that get mad every time a good fighter call out Tank Davis. Them the ones that get to crying and making excuses every time a good fighter call out Tank Davis. Y'all don't want to see that man fight nobody. We're gonna talk about it today. I want smoke with all of y'all. All the content creators making excuses and just making narratives every day. It's tank, 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 tank. Tank, 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 tank. Tank, tank, tank. Tank getting a $300 and a $500 billion contract. Man, stop with the lies. Y'all need to stop with the bullshit lies. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back for today. And I'm exposing all the lies y'all been telling. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers come out with news about Tank. Anybody just believe anything. Yeah, I'm on y'all helmet today. Tune say Keyshawn on Tank ass, but Shakur already said he would never fight Keyshawn, so how that gonna work? This ain't got nothing to do with Keyshawn. See? Y'all already doing it. See, and this is another thing I've been seeing, right? Because Gervonta Davis, because Keyshawn Davis is on Tank's helmet, Shakur been on this helmet. All of Gervonta Davis meat mushers, and I ain't talking about you, Toon. But I'm seeing a lot of Gervonta Davis meat mushers. They trying to deflect. Now they trying to get Keyshawn and Shakur to fight each other. When they done told y'all a million times, a billion times, they not fighting each other. Matter of fact, Shakur told y'all years ago before Keyshawn ever turned pro, the only fighter I ain't gonna ever fight is Richardson Hitchens and Keyshawn Davis. And this is before Keyshawn ever turned pro. But see, y'all trying to use that as a deflection tactic because you don't want Gervonta Davis to fight nobody. Omega Red, what's happening? Salute. Bruce Gas, what it do? And any time a fighter calls out Gervonta Davis, that's good. Anytime a content creator, a fan, calls for Gervonta Davis to fight somebody that's good, here y'all come with he just clout chasing. Everybody hating on Tank. Then all the content creators with their bullshit ass content. Y'all need to stop hating on Tank. How's people hating on Tank? Last time I checked, this is boxing. We want to see the best fight the best. But when it comes to Gervonta Davis, if you want to see him fight somebody that's on that upper echelon, now it's hating. You got to be hating on Tank. Why doesn't that stand for nobody else that's in boxing? Why is that only Tank if you want him to fight somebody that's good, that's actually going to go in there and put on a great fight that's actually a threat to him? All of a sudden, you're hating on Tank if you want to see it? Oh, yeah. Where y'all at? Because I see y'all in everybody else's comments. I see y'all creating whole channels and, off of Tank. Everybody hating on Tank. Tank gonna do this and Tank gonna do that. Okay, well, time is up. We sick of hearing that shit. Let's see Gervonta Davis get his 30-year-old whining ass in the ring. And like I said, he a hell of a fighter. But it ain't even only his fans that be whining and throwing bitch fits. He throw a bitch fit every time somebody call him out. That's good. Now, I'm starting to see something in Tank. I'm starting to see something, y'all, because what I'm noticing is anytime somebody call Tank out, that's, like we look at it and we know, like, man, Tank gonna run through that dude. Tank don't have no problem with it. He's respectful. He don't hop online and say nothing. Next thing you know, the fight get made. But if somebody that's really like that, or the public that's really like that y'all, even the haters, if it's a fighter that the haters know is a real threat to Tank, because see, all that invincible shit, y'all living in fairy tale land. You know what I'm saying? That, oh man, ain't nobody fucking with Tank. Tank this, Tank. Well, we want to see it. It could possibly be true, right? He can fight. The nigga can fight. Everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all starting to make him the king of fantasy fights of what he can do. He's starting to buy into that shit because why he throwing a fucking sissy fit every time somebody good call him out? Why this feminine ass nigga throwing a sissy fit every time a fighter that can really fight call him out? It's okay if it's a Rolly, if it's a motherfucking even Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? Frank Martin a good fighter, but we know, man, he ain't on that upper echelon level like that. I've been told y'all, man, fighters like Keyshawn will beat the shit out of Frank Martin. They just too well-rounded for him. But I mean, y'all, that's a whole different story. But I'm saying, and Tank know that because Tank react different to fighters that he know really got that amateur background, really grew up and really been like that their whole career. Then he start acting different. He throw a sissy fit. Why? Check this out, right? Some shit that I'm gonna keep it real that really bothered me, and this nigga been doing this shit for too long about Tank. Naji from Cigar Talk. Yeah, he ain't really say too much about it, but I'm gonna say some shit about it, right? Naji from Cigar Talk, he doing his job. You know, that man got a job to do. His job is to interview these fighters and let them kick their shit. So he has, y'all seen it. He has Keyshawn Davis on there, and Keyshawn Davis is kicking his shit. He calling out Tank. He's saying that, matter of fact, Tank coach Kenny told me to leave Tank alone. Stop calling out Tank. Leave him alone. First of all, this is boxing. What type of soft ass shit is that to say? Stop calling out Tank. Leave him alone. Right? So he talking this shit. Naji ain't saying nothing. He just like, well, man, that's Tank, man. You think you can fuck with Tank, man? You think you take that power? He's actually like, hyping Tank up. He actually hyping Tank up, right? Tank motherfucking feminine ass gets mad. He sees the shit, gets mad, and tells Naji, oh, you pussy ass nigga, I ain't gonna never have no another interview with you. So, hold on, you mean to tell me you mad at this man for doing his job because he brought somebody on the platform that's a threat to you, that's calling you out? Now you crying and you bitching publicly, telling him you will never F with him again, he'll never get another interview because he had Keyshawn Davis on this platform doing his job? Nigga, that's some weak ass shit. For real. Ain't none of these other content creators gonna say shit about that, right? And if it is some that's gonna say it, it's very, very few that's gonna keep it real. That's some sucker ass shit. And if you fuck with niggas like that fuck all the boxing stuff, right? Fuck all the boxing stuff. I'm talking about in real life. If you fuck with sucker niggas that do sucker ass shit like that, you probably a sucker too. Like, and I seen niggas that was like rooting that shit on, like, oh, yeah, man, Tank Davis got on his helmet. Tank Davis real. Ain't nothing real about that pussy ass shit. That's some hoe ass shit. Just because a fighter can fight, don't mean you ain't got a lot of hoe tendencies in you. That nigga got a lot of hoe tendencies in him. Like, for real, for real. Like, come on, let's keep it a buck. And don't nobody want no smoke because I'm dropping links. If you niggas tell me that you'll fuck with niggas in real life and let niggas do whole ass shit like that, get mad and whine and cry, like, nigga, you make millions and millions of dollars and you mad trying to take food out of another man's mouth because he doing his job, and you mad because somebody that you look at as a threat got interviewed and said what he had to say. What you mad at that man for? If you so mad, why don't you fucking call Keyshawn Davis out instead of hopping on fucking Instagram and hopping on X and typing this shit, won't you tell that nigga like, hey, okay, let's get it popping. Like, this new age of boxing fans, y'all some weak ass niggas, right? Because y'all get to crying when somebody call out your favorite fighter instead of saying, okay, well, we want to see the fight. I'm noticing every time somebody call out Tank, they clout chasing. If they can really fight and they really like that, they clout chasing. Oh, they just clout chasing Tank. And all you pussy ass content creators that be on that bullshit, yeah, I'm talking to everybody. Tag your favorite content creator. If they want smoke, I'm talking to them. Because see, what people do now, y'all don't even have your own brand. Y'all just go with the popular opinion. And I see the content creators, they like, okay, Tank popping. Tank got the most fans. We're going to go with the Tank narrative. Like, nah, man, this is boxing. If somebody that really can fight call him out, why they got to be clout chasing? Why is everybody clout chasing if you really, really good? Like, motherfuckers like Rolly, if they call out Tank, is cool. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else is clout chasing. If you like a C-level fighter or you know that motherfucker really ain't got a chance of beating Tank, then it's cool. But if you at the top of your game and you another, excuse me, and you another A-level fighter, you call out Tank, then it's a problem. We're going to say they're clout chasing and they just want money. When is this nigga going to step up and fight one of these dudes? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when is this nigga really going to step up instead of typing on? Because he always cussing niggas out on X and shit. When is he going to call one of these niggas out and say, you know what? You up. Let's get it popping. Because the fans can't continue to protect this nigga. You know, oh man, Tank don't have to call nobody out. Tank don't have to. Nah. Real boxing fans see through that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Real boxing fans see through that bullshit. The Butcher, if you want some smoke, I'll drop the link, dog. Matter of fact, I'm dropping the links. I'm dropping links. Hold on. Because I'm on that bullshit for real today. I'm on that bullshit for real. We sick of this shit. Every time a real one call out Tank is he clout chasing and he that and like I said, man, that shit really disturbed me how Tank threw a fucking sissy fit because Naji interviewed Keyshawn Davis. You know what I'm saying? All you Tank meat mushers, nigga, the motherfucking the link is in the chat. The Butcher, the link is in the chat. You don't want none of this smoke. Trust me, you don't. You know what I'm talking about? The link in the chat, dog. Like, and it's crazy to me, right? How I'm hearing Kenny talking about, oh, Tank could never fight Keyshawn. Keyshawn ain't on his list. And then pop up and they come with motherfucking Lamont Roach. So Keyshawn ain't good enough to fight Tank and ain't on his list. But you finna fight Lamont Roach? Let's keep it a buck and talk about it. The link in the chat. Hey, the link in the chat. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pin that mug. This is how we coming today. Cause see, I'm gonna keep it real, man. A lot of people a lot of content creators, and I'm not talking about nobody specifically, right? I ain't talking about the Gervonta Davis channels, because everybody know who got specific channels, and they specific means is to come out with Tank Davis content and protect him and meat mush him every single day. I'm talking about just content creators that just got platforms that, talk about boxing, that'll talk about everything, right? Most of y'all really scared to get on that nigga helmet because of his fans be so fucking, his fans be so fanaticy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want that backlash. Well, I want it. I want all the smoke. I'm not giving a damn about none of Tank Davis's fans, all that shit. I want all the smoke. Most of you niggas really be scared to say what you really see from Tank, really. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know the nigga can fight. Everybody know he can fight. But man, come on, man. When are we gonna stop with the bullshit? When are we gonna call the sissy ass shit out he be doing? You know what I'm saying? I never seen on some real shit. I never seen a fighter that really, really gets deep in his feelings and gets offended if another boxer that's good calls him out. Like, this nigga really gets offended. This nigga actually posted a DM from Keyshawn Davis from 2021 when Keyshawn was like still an Olympian, asking him, does he sign fighters? And then ask him, could he go to Vegas and get some work in with him? Get some sparring in with him. Like, nigga, you posted that and you thought that was supposed to be like, oh, wow. Whoop-de-doo. Another fighter asked you, motherfucking Olympian asked you, can he come down and get some work in with you? Like, what was that supposed to show? And now you offended because he want to fight you? Like, nigga, it's boxing. You think, like, he thinks that everybody is supposed to stay up under him. That's what type of nigga, I hate them type of niggas that think that everybody is supposed to stay under him. And then when they get to shining and then they like, okay, well, I want some smoke. You know what I'm saying? We in the same division. And then he takes that shit like really personal and get mad and get to crying and throwing sissy fits and shit. Oh, I'll never let you interview me again. Like, man, that's some whole ass shit. For real. Rude Exposure says the Rise Podcast should be the #1 YouTube channel. All Tank had to do was make guest appearances once a month. Let me talk about that shit then, right? Let me talk about that shit though, right? Right? And salute to the Rise Podcast. And when I say these channels, y'all know what channels I'm talking about. Let's not be stupid, right? The Rise Podcast is Gervonta Davis's people. Like, they created that channel to promote Tank Davis. And they're from, you know what I'm saying? They grew up around, like, he grew up around them, right? And I respect that. Why them niggas don't even be meat mushing Tank like these rest of these niggas that got channels do? They talk about everything. If you look at their channel, they motherfucking channel every time they go live, and it ain't about like Tank this and Tank narrative and lies and this. They don't even be doing that shit. And if they did, I would respect it because they created that channel. They came in the game and created that channel for Tank. The rest of you Rudy Poot ass niggas, y'all didn't do that. Y'all seen that Tank became the popular thing, and y'all tried to jump on the bandwagon, and now it's Tank this, and then every time somebody say something about Tank, we gotta come live and we gotta clear it up and we gotta come on, man. That's some whole ass shit. Real talk. I'm gonna give it to y'all raw. Cause ain't nobody else gonna come on here and really, you know what I'm saying, kick it like that. But man, I'm seeing a lot of fake ass shit go on. You feel what I'm saying, man? Motherfuckers don't even really care about boxing no more if Gervonta Davis's name is involved. All this shit is lies and narratives. And the thing about it is Tank Davis, his mentality is like that. He been cuddled and the fans been protecting him. Everybody around him been protecting him so much. The nigga himself really bought into that shit. Like, why is you getting mad anytime somebody good or anytime somebody really like that call you out? Why? This is what you got in the game for. Like, come on, man. I know the nigga didn't have a mentality like this when he came in the game. I know he didn't come in. Did this nigga come into boxing getting mad anytime somebody wanted to fight him and calling him out? He would have never made it as far as he made it today if he came in boxing thinking like that. Nah, the nigga head too fucking big. Everybody around him has been gassing this nigga up, kissing his ass, cuddling it, cuffing his nutsack for so long. Now he really thinks like that. He really bought into that shit. If you ain't kissing his ass, he feels some type of way about that shit. Like, he the only fighter that I know that really gets mad and want to fight a fan if a fan says, well, I think such and such will give you a good fight. Who will give me a good fight? Nigga, fuck you and him. I'm like, damn, nigga, you got to do all of that? Like, he gets mad if you don't think that somebody, if you don't think that he beats everybody and you don't cater to his every fucking thing that he does. I never seen a fighter like that. And the thing is that life is gonna humble that nigga. Watch and see, because when he loses, and he gonna lose. I'm telling y'all, somebody gonna beat his ass because he's just he's just like, he can fight. Don't get me wrong. The little motherfucker can fight his ass off. I ain't saying he ain't no bad motherfucker, but his mentality, bro. His mentality, when he really get in there with somebody that's really like that, and this is how we gonna see. I'm gonna tell y'all how we really gonna see when the make or break shit. Listen to me, y'all. And this goes for Keyshawn Davis. This goes for Gervonta Davis. This goes for Shakur Stevenson. And this goes for anybody else that might be a real threat to Tank Davis. That Tank Davis is a real threat to also. This is how we really gonna see who really real. And it's gonna involve Gervonta Davis, because he that nigga right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk my shit, but I'm also gonna keep it real, right? He that nigga right now, right? Although, to me, he still gotta prove that he can beat all these niggas, because he ain't did it yet. But he that guy right now. So, right? But we really gonna see who that guy is if and when he fights Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson. And we gonna really see if he like that too. And we gonna find out before they get in the ring. Listen to me what I'm saying, y'all. Let me turn this music down, because I'm on that bullshit today, but I'm real serious at the same time. This is how we really gonna find out. Because Tank is a bully, right? Tank is a bully, and he makes sure to press you before the fight start. He gonna press you at the press conference, right? Anytime he see you face to face, he gonna press you. And leading up, right? Everybody that he been in the ring with that he decided to press, they folded. They folded Frank Martin. We seen how Frank Martin folded. He putting his finger all up in Frank Martin's face. He like to touch niggas. He like to see how far he can get with you. Now, Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, you can see they not finna let you do that shit. Like, you can just see it in them. They're not finna let you do that shit. Because if he try that shit with them, it's going to be a different story. You're going to see a fight break out wherever they standing. Now, this is what I believe, right? Now, if we see Gervonta Davis, if he fight one of them, everybody, including myself, is going to expect him to do that same shit, them same bully tactics, putting his finger in your face, touching you, you know what I'm saying, making you flinch, see how far you can go. We're going to be expecting him to have that same energy with Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson if he fight one of them. Now, this is how we're going to tell who really about that. If he do that shit with either one of them and a fight break out right there and they got to break them apart, well, we know both of them about that. We know that all parties is ready and they about that, and we're going to see an amazing fight because ain't nobody scared nobody. Now, if we see Gervonta Davis go in there and he do that shit and one of them niggas fold, and I'm talking about like one of them niggas just stand there and smile like Frank Martin did, and I'm not shitting on Frank Martin because all of them been doing that shit. Pitbull Cruz even let him push him in. You know what I'm saying? If one of them niggas let Tank Davis do that shit and smile, and it ain't no retaliation back immediately, well, we know when fight night come, them niggas is scared of Tank, whoever it may be, and we know how that fight gonna go. Now, if Tank Davis go out, you know what I'm saying, when they do the face-to-faces and the press conferences, if Tank ain't doing none of that shit, and Tank is keeping his hands to himself, because we know what Tank do. He always going to play the bully role. If he keep his hands to himself, well, then we know Tank ain't really like that with certain fighters. He's selective with it, right? And we pretty much know how the fight going to turn out. I'm telling you, we going to learn about how these fights is going to turn out if they ever fight Gervonta Davis before the fight is played out. It's either going to be a great fight or one side going to fold mentally before they get in the ring. So like I said, we going to see with all these other fighters like no disrespect to none of these fighters that Tank been in the ring with, but ain't none of us really looked at them and been like, okay, yeah, they really got a chance. With Frank Martin, I told people a million times, I picked Frank Martin on some like just making a bold prediction like, oh, something crazy gonna happen because a lot of shit crazy was happening in boxing leading up to that fight. It was a lot of big upsets. When people ask me, well, what can Frank Martin do better than Tank? I said nothing. Tank is better than Frank Martin all over the board. I told people that. But I said, I just got a feeling the upset gonna happen because a lot of crazy shit been happening in boxing. But not that Frank Martin was ever on his level. Because anybody that really know boxing that got two set of eyes knew that. Come on, man. My bad, man. But let me salute some people in the building. Omega Red said, like Holyfield, he said, like Holyfield and Tyson, we found out on 99% of all fights. We find out. Yeah, we gonna find out, man. You know what I'm saying? Frank versus Keyshawn Davis is not a 50-50 fight. And I respect your opinion, you know what I'm saying? But that's not a 50-50 fight. And I'm not saying this because of now. When they came face-to-face at that fight weekend that time, what was it, like 2 years ago? Frank Martin, Keyshawn Davis came face-to-face. I told people back then, Keyshawn to beat his ass. Keyshawn, that's two different, they're in two different brackets. I'm sorry. And that ain't no disrespect to Frank. Like, Keyshawn Davis will stop Michelle Rivera. Keyshawn Davis will stop Artem. even though Shakur didn't. But Shakur and Keyshawn, they two different style fighters. Keyshawn is more well-rounded offensively. Shakur Stevenson is more well-rounded defensively. Different fight styles, right? But they both gonna beat his ass. Tank Davis, more well-rounded offensively, different fight styles. But they both, he gonna beat, you know what I'm saying? He would knock out Artem or you know, the rest of these fighters. That so different styles make different fights, but at the end of the day, Frank Martin is not on Keyshawn Davis's level. Somebody like Lemos, Frank Martin will struggle with. He gonna struggle with bad. Upper Echelon says Frank don't beat a healthy Michelle Rivera. I wouldn't. I mean, I can't really say that, Upper, because I never like thought Michelle Rivera was good. Motherfuckers that's been watching me for a minute, they know I had been saying Michelle Rivera, he ain't really like that to me. Like, motherfuckers just hyped him up, but who did he beat before he fought Frank Martin? Like, what'd he do? He ain't look like, he was just a, you know, a cool level fighter to me. Like, he wasn't really like that. Wayne, salute. My man, Bruce Gas, what's happening with it? Salute, Bruce Gas. Jermaine Wood says, didn't Tank say he wants undisputed at 35? If so, then he will have to fight one of them, if not both. Man, people don't have the same requirements for Tank that they have for every other fighter in boxing. Like, that's how you know that niggas get mesmerized by money. I don't give a damn how much money Tank making. Who is he fighting at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? Stop telling me, oh man, Tank, man. Why y'all want Tank to do this? Y'all want Tank to do that and this and that. No, we want him to just fight. Can you just at least fight one of these niggas? Like that Lomachenko shit to me. What he pulled with Lomachenko, that was some sucker shit to me. Real talk, because you waited. You really waited till that man was like 37 years old to fight him, and people was cool with that shit when they said like 7, 8 years ago they was gonna do that. They said 7, 8 years ago, oh well, he just getting older. He getting older. We gonna wait him out. And they did exactly what they said they was gonna do. And then niggas was cool with that shit. And like all of a sudden was saying that Lomachenko was still the number 2 fighter at 135 behind Tank. All of a sudden he jumped up to number 2 out of nowhere. Nigga ain't did shit but beat George Kambosos, that everybody then whooped his ass, beat George Kambosos, and didn't really look that good doing it. Yeah, he got the stoppage, but he got hit a lot in that fight. Clearly ain't the same fighter, but niggas, because this Tank. But yeah, I'm gonna drop some links. Yeah. Let me pin that link in the chat. Val, what's happening with it, man?
What's up, man?
They mad, man. I know they in the background mad, man. I'm getting on this nigga hell because, man,
I've been on them. I've been on them niggas.
Enough is enough, dog.
Man.
Like, everybody needs to stop catering to this nigga, man. And James Kelly, man, I appreciate you in the super chat, man. Let me catch up on this super chat, man. James Kelly always coming through showing love. He says, Tank get touched too much. There are fighters out, especially the European fighters are going to hurt him respectfully. And then James, appreciate my man James Kelly, man, always showing love and supporting. Wayne says, I will be very surprised if Tank fight one of them without a catch weight rehydration clause. Me too, man, because I think if he fight one of them, man, like, to me, man, I'm just gonna judge you off of what I've been seeing, right? That's the only thing I can do realistically. And I feel that he gonna wait to fight Shakur Stevenson. Either if Shakur shows some vulnerability where he like, where motherfuckers like, man, Shakur ain't what we thought he was, then Tank gonna jump up and then we gonna see, you know what I'm saying, him press that action. Or, you know, in same go for Keyshawn Davis, same go for him. Or he gonna wait till he see them struggling, like kind of like gaining, getting bigger, and really not making the weight healthy. And then all of a sudden the nigga gonna jump up, you know what I'm saying, and try to make the fight happen with a rehydration clause or some shit. I don't see Tank. I don't see Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis continuing to look good in fights, not looking like they, you know what I'm saying, not being exposed and just looking good in fights. I don't see him jumping up for that smoke. Like, say for instance, if Shakur beats William Zepeda and he looks spectacular doing it, I don't see Tank jumping up calling for that fight. Definitely don't. If Keyshawn Davis get a title fight with the dude, what's the dude name? That's the champion on Top Rank, the Middle Eastern dude, the one that beat Navarrete. What's his name?
The one that got the title.
Yeah. What's his name?
Mariante or some shit.
I forgot his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't see Keyshawn Davis beating him. Baranchek. I don't see Keyshawn Davis beating Baranchek, right? Yeah. Doing it in spectacular fashion, looking good doing it, and then Tank Davis calling him out afterwards.
Well,
I just don't see that shit. I really don't. I never seen it from Tank.
Right.
Unless it's just somebody that everybody know is food. I don't see it. Like I said, he can prove me wrong, but I'm going off of what I've seen throughout the history of his whole career, and I don't see him doing that. I just don't. And you know, we just gotta call it how it is. I mean, man, I'm just keeping it a buck. Y'all can say I'm hating on the nigga or what. I'm just saying that I don't see it, and I know he can fight, but I think it's something mentally in him that he don't want to step up and you know what I'm saying, he don't want to step up. He don't want to step up and get it popping, because you can't tell me that, oh, well, Tank, he don't call nobody out, so we don't hold him to that standard because he ain't never called nobody out. When he was calling out Ryan Garcia, he was on that nigga helmet. Like, he was really on Ryan Garcia helmet, right? When he gets mad about some shit, he'll get on and he'll cuss a fighter out on social media, right? He'll call them pussy, talk about their mama, talk about what he will do, right? But you never see him actually say, you know what, let's make it happen then. If you think he like that,
he loves feeding them Spanish fighters. He loves
like he's very capable and don't have no problem cussing another fighter out online. But when it's another A-level fighter, why can't you call him out? Yeah. Because if you can cuss him out, can't you call him out?
No, that's when they go with the excuses like, well, he can't sell, they don't sell, you know, so they go with that.
Yeah, man, like this is my thing. If you can jump online and cuss a fighter out, call them all type of pussies and hoes and your mama this, and he done done it to multiple fighters. He done done it pretty much to everybody that had their name in his mouth in some sort of way, except for Gary Russell. That's a whole different story. He ain't never, you know what I'm saying? But anybody else, if it was Devin Haney, if it was Shakur Stevenson, if it was Keyshawn Davis, if it was back when it was Tevin Farmer, if it was all them fighters, right? Yeah. And I can go on and on. He's never had a problem hopping online and cussing them out and calling them pussies and hoes and bitch all this. So I'm like, if you can cuss them out, but you can't call them out, because that's all good going back and forth online. But I thought we was all boxing fans. Are we?
But
we want to see the fight.
He ain't got nowhere to hide now. The fans gonna want it. The fans want it now. Ain't nobody paying for them Spanish fights no more.
Can y'all hear me?
I noticed real quick, man. Well, you know what else I noticed, right? Because I mean, I don't know if y'all on X, right? I go on X sometimes, right? And I know that Gervonta Davis ain't said nothing about Keyshawn Davis since last night, right? Now,
before.
But if Keyshawn Davis had lost that fight last night, let's just keep it a buck. If Keyshawn Davis had lost that fight, or if he had won and didn't really look good doing it and struggled, that nigga would have been all over social media.
He tweeted a salute sign last night.
He would have been all over social media.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? I ain't trying to interrupt. Let me know. Can I? Remember, I said earlier he gets touched too much. First of all, I knew something was wrong, and I don't know if it was a WWE move or what. Do you remember when he rose up on Bernard Hopkins?
You said, do I what? Run that back?
Do you remember when Tank Davis rose up on Bernard Hopkins?
Yep.
That's when I knew, yep, somebody done got his mind in the Kool-Aid, and he don't have a clue how bad Bernard Hopkins is. But I'm watching him, just like you're saying, Keyshawn, I'm looking at things, and I didn't know Barrios and Santa Cruz, they had like a catch weight or something, and they was touching him, man. They was touching him. You watch after the fights, look at Gervonta's face all the time. Bruised up. Why? I know he's good. I know he's good. I know he can box and everything else, but there's some bad boys out there that can touch you up real good and hurt you. And I see that about to happen. I'm sorry. And I sent you a super chat, Keon, everything boxing, Keon. You know what I'm talking about. In reference to what's going on in Gervonta's camp. He is Calvin Ford is gone, and he's got what? James, is that true?
You think you're switching over to Derek James, and Coach Calvin is out as far as boxing is concerned. That is also. Can you confirm Floyd is training Roach? Just looking for confirmation, man. All that shit, man. All that shit a lie.
Yeah, okay. I heard all that was cap.
Yeah, all that shit a lie, man. One thing you got to learn about this social media shit with boxing, man. There's a lot of lies and rumors that be going around, man. You gotta, you just gotta ignore all this shit unless you know.
When AI is talking, when the artificial intelligence come up,
all that shit a lie, man.
Right, that's why I asked.
No doubt. You know, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man.
What's good with you, Keith?
Lie, man. That's what, and that's another thing, man, that's hurting the sport of boxing, all the lies and all that shit. But
that's
man,
that artificial intelligence, man. They let them come all on YouTube, man. All that crazy.
Yeah, or like they say in boxing, everything's subjected to change. That's the new slogan right now. In boxing, everything's subjected to change.
Yeah,
but what's going on with you, Key, man? How you been doing, brother?
Oh man, I've been good, man. I can't complain, man.
Yeah. See me. You know, like people sit there and they think I like Tank Davis. I say, look, I like the man. I like his boxing style, but anybody that know me know, you know, I'm an Earl Spence fan. You know, that's what I started my channel off of, the Megalodon. Now, me right now, I look at Tank and I'm like, okay, now you in a situation where you at the point now where fighters come to you because you in like the Canelo situation. Now you sitting there acting like you don't want to get people paid. Okay. People talking about they want to fight you, it's not for money. I'm like, look, if that's the case, then sit out a flat fee then. Sit out a flat fee. That way people can't say nothing. Like give him like Canelo, he'll sit out a flat fee like he did Caleb Plant. But before that fight last night, I was thinking, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I said if Kiki go out there and do his thing with Gustavo Lemos, then I said the man deserve a chance because people don't understand. Gustavo Lemos didn't have to bust his tail to make that weight. That man came in 6 pounds overweight. That means his muscles was already hydrated. He didn't, and people don't realize when you get down to that last pound, pound and a half.
Yeah.
When you get rid of that, because when I used to box, like that last pound and a half, it hurts. And when you rehydrate, you don't. People don't realize when you rehydrate, you don't rehydrate all the way.
Right.
Like all your muscles don't get rejuvenized like that for at least 72 hours. So that's why
You
people. That's why it's called
dehydrated.
the sweet. Yeah, that's why
Right.
it's called the sweet science, because when you rehydrating, unless you on snack, you're not gonna rehydrate all the way back up, and then you can't rehydrate so much, because if you rehydrate too much, you'll feel sluggish, you catch cramps and all that because you don't put on too much.
Right.
But but
Right.
Keyshawn fought that man, and that man came in 6.5 pounds already rejuvenated.
Right.
And yeah, hold on for a second. And then
Yeah,
when
go
he
ahead.
did that right there, he was able to put the man down. I said, okay, the man, he calling you out, get a man a shot right there. Because what Roy Jones say? Roy Jones say it's about showing who the baddest man on the planet. And if a man calling you out and he's showing you that he can do it, then handle that. I don't care about people saying he won't gain from that. Like people talking about, well, he don't gain nothing from fighting Keyshawn. Well, they say Keyshawn next fight is against Dennis Baranchek for the WBO. Now, if he gets that WBO belt, I don't care what it is. I mean, that's a title for a title. You can't deny that fight right there.
Let me know this. Right.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
What does he gain from fighting Lamont Roach? What did he gain from fighting what was the dude, Hector Luis Garcia? Like, what did he gain from fighting Rolly Romero?
No. What I was saying.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people that's saying that.
Well,
right?
if you ask them, they'll say that was the last choice. Like they say he wasn't the first choice. But if I have to sit there and settle for something like that, I just wait there. I just stay and wait for a better fight.
Like, what is the goal for Gervonta Davis? Like, what is he trying to do? Like, what is the ultimate goal for this nigga? What is he trying to do?
Cash out. Cash out. He wants to cash out. Honestly, if you ask me what I think his ultimate goal is, I think his ultimate goal is to cash out. Honestly, because
I agree.
Because I've been watching, and like some of the fights that I wish he would take, he ain't took up yet. And I mean, I'm like, okay, so people denying it, but if you in that position that you in, all right, you could make the offer a little bit more sweeter, bro, because everybody has done it in the career. Like Floyd had to take 30% versus Oscar. And some of these fights, okay, so you got to give a little bit more, but think about what it do for you in the long run. It shut some of these doubters up. He
don't want to fight the fighters. They don't want to do what Floyd did.
See, this is another thing, right? Something that you said, upper echelon, I had a problem with, not with what you said, but you alluded to it, right? You were talking about Lemos, right? How he came in well overweight, right? He did the shit on purpose because last night he came in the ring with a 6-pack. So he was in shape. Like the nigga would have been flabby as hell if he had a, you know what I'm saying, like wasn't training and didn't do this shit in purpose. He had a 6-pack. So the nigga did that shit on purpose. And what I'm hearing from a bunch of Gervonta Davis fanatics, now they making an excuse talking about, Lemos, he didn't train, he was weight drained.
Hell no. He had an advantage, dog. That was like taking an anabolic steroid. Anybody don't know about boxing, that's like taking steroids, bro.
I'm telling you what I've been hearing from his fanatics that Lemos, he wasn't the same fighter that he was his last fight. He was weight better and this and he couldn't make the weight and this and that, and they making excuses because of the performance that Keyshawn Davis put on. And this is only coming from Gervonta Davis's I'm talking about the meat mushing fan base, not just the regular fan, because he got a regular fans that's like, okay, yeah, I want to see him. I believe that Tank can beat everybody, but I want to see it. But then you got the meat mushing fans, right? The meat mushing committee that make every excuse in the book and get mad anytime somebody that's good call out Tank.
But they don't know about boxing then, because that's worse than coming in on steroids right there, bro. People don't understand. When you don't have to kill yourself to make that extra weight, Lemos came in there better than when he came in there against Africa because he didn't have to kill himself making that weight right there. So Keyshawn Davis actually fought a 142-pounder, really, that was fully rehydrated. So basically, you could say he was fighting a 147-pounder because the man didn't have to rehydrate. That nigga was fully aware. Y'all see the difference between Ryan and Devin with that extra 3 pounds he didn't have to carry. That's more power.
And then it's how he did it. He timed his weight transition. You kept seeing Keyshawn take him off his front foot the whole fight. That's a problem for Tank. That was the problem with Tank when he fought Haney Garcia with a good lead hand. Leo Santa Cruz, who had a good lead hand, had success with Tank because of that. So when they seen that Keyshawn got to be able to time that weight transition like that, hell nah, he ain't in no rush to jump in there with him.
Apex.
He hit Hector Garcia in the back of the head.
Call me upper, bro.
The dude coming in 6 pounds. When you was talking about the guy came in and got in the ring. Mayweather did it all, and I'm not getting up the topic. Okay, I just want to concur with what my man said. Mayweather did it all the time. Mayweather did it all the time, man. Every time he went in the ring, when he fought De La Hoya, when he fought all them guys, they were much heavier than he was. Now, the problem is, these fighters today, Davis, all of them, and I'm not saying Davis. I think Davis do train. But a lot of these guys don't get out there training like Floyd did. And as far as Davis is concerned, if he Kay said it earlier, how his whole demeanor started changing. Okay, I understand, you're getting a little bit confident and everything, but in my mind, this is a WWE act. That's all I'm saying. He's trying to cash out, like one of the members on this show said.
Yeah, I said that.
I see him losing. I ain't got no problem with him.
I start side-eyeing him when he start carrying that damn pocketbook and painting his nails, though, bro. Like, I mean,
let me ask you this, right? Because I mean, whether people want to admit it or not, everybody seen how he be throwing the sissy fit. If a fighter that's really like that call him out, he get mad at, he'll cuss out fans that mention him. He'll he throw a sissy fit. So with that being said, everybody see that shit. I don't give a damn what nobody say. With that being said, how is he gonna react if he loses the fight?
Oh, he threw.
Oh, he's gonna have a temper tantrum. He's gonna have a temper tantrum.
He's already acting like that now. If somebody beat him, how is he gonna react?
He's gonna have a temper tantrum. He gonna throw his pocketbook. He gonna throw his pocketbook in the crowd.
He
gonna throw his pocketbook at somebody.
If he's already mentally
go off
like
go
that,
back out in the street,
just because somebody that people look at is okay, well, he actually got a chance to beat you, Tank, and he throwing a fucking whole bitch fit every time. This ain't the first time he doing it. And Josh Gallimore, this your guy. This is your man's, and anybody else that gonna tell me they don't see this shit, the link is in the chat. How is he gonna react when he lose a fight? Because see, y'all living in this is real. This is the real world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think, well, it's not possible for nobody to beat him. That's bullshit. Anybody can beat you if they fight enough A-level fight. If they fight the right amount of A-level, everybody not close. He have flaws. He have flaws in his game that fighters like Floyd and Andre Ward and fighters that were lucky enough to end their career undefeated didn't have. He got holes in his game. That, you know what I'm saying? That it's just gonna take the right fighter to expose it, whoever that may be.
Stevenson is the right fighter. That's why he won't fight.
When he fight a good boxer, when he fight a good boxer, he goes back to his corner. Next thing he come out knowing he had to knock the individual out because he's been getting outboxed people. Whether he needs to be, I don't know.
He ain't knocking out Shakur.
No, Shakur gonna catch him, man.
In Tank's defense, right? We can go to
I don't know.
I think he might win though.
What?
In Tank's defense,
let me tell you. Oh, sorry, man.
Let me say this in Tank's defense, though, right? Because I see a lot of people were saying that Frank Martin was outboxing Tank up into the knockout. That's not true. That ain't true because I was right there ringside at the fight, right there, and Tank was not outboxing him. Frank Martin wasn't outboxing him. Like the first 2-3 rounds, yeah, but all Frank Martin was doing is tiring himself out because he was scared. You know what I'm saying?
Tank was pressed. He was getting pressed.
After the third round, when Tank decided, okay, I'm gonna press the gas, that shit was over. Like he was not outboxing Tank for, because like a lot of people say, well, Tank was losing. He was losing that Frank Martin. I hear a lot of people saying that shit. He was losing that Frank Martin fight before the knockout. Nah, that shit's
he was losing against Rolly and Barrios.
Barrios
because he had a low activity rate.
I would say Rolly was getting the better of him, but before Rolly got stopped, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, who really looked at that fight as a threat for Gervonta Davis? You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't somebody that Tank was really in the ring with, that he was like, this nigga's a real threat. Like he has tools in his arsenal that I'm gonna have to figure out. Only thing that Rolly could do was punch. So Tank, knowing that Tank has a high IQ, so he know, like, I'm not really worried about nothing. All he can do is punch, so I just can't get hit with no shit that I don't see. These other fighters, like, and that's with Leo Santa Cruz, he can't even punch. What he to Tank? I gambled with Leo Santa Cruz for hours in Vegas, was right next to him. Me and him was talking for hours, and the nigga walk around weight looked like he was like 120 pounds soaking wet. The nigga looked like a little boy.
I took a picture
of a little boy body. Like, real talk. He looked like
he's skinny as fuck.
I took a picture with him, and he came up to my daggone shoulder.
But he came up to my shoulder. Like, Barrios was a threat, right? And we seen how they was reacting, but he was able to turn it up because Barrios faded. Barrios started fading from that weight cut.
That was that weight draining.
That weight cut. Like everything is strategic. That's why I have a lot of questions, because everything, when he get in the ring with somebody that maybe can present a real threat, then it's strategic. Then it's a weight clause. Then it's something like, nigga, when is you really gonna man up and show people that you that nigga that everybody saying you is, and you the nigga that you portraying to be? And like I said, if he fight Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson, we're going to see it before the fight ever starts. Because we don't bully tactics. If he gonna put his hands on one of them, we're gonna see how each party react. And
what you think about Teofimo Lopez?
He crushes Tio, man. Tio gets knocked the fuck out.
Tio fuck around, gets stopped.
Tio gets stopped. He destroyed him in spawn.
Tio will let Tank punk him in the lead up to the fight. Tio will lose to Tank because Tank know that Tio mentally, he just be talking. That nigga just be talking. Like, when you get to calling out blood and different motherfuckers like that, like,
you gonna have to fight.
Like, you see that shit, like, you just talking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really not like that. And Tank is gonna expose Tio. Tank expose that nigga, man, in the build-up.
Ryan gonna stop
the fight Tio, though.
Ryan gonna stop Tio, though. Ryan, they supposed to be having a fight by August. Ryan gonna stop Tio, though. But Tank, the one thing I can say, Tank did tell Ryan if he make the 135, then it wouldn't be no rehydration clause. But Ryan decided not to make that weight, that one extra pound. So
he could, man. You see how? Come on, let's just keep it a buck, man. Y'all see how big Ryan Garcia is, just naturally.
He is.
Oh, you hit big boy.
Up top in his body.
He shouldn't even be trying to make 134. What's good with it, AB?
What's up, man?
What's good with it? I'm gonna let you.
Tank be putting on, bro. I really don't think he be really wanting to rematch with that man Ryan. I think he just be putting on because he know everybody gonna be hyped as hell for that. Because they was hyped for it the first time. Yeah.
I really think he do want the rematch because he know that if him and Ryan fight, it's really gonna be kind of in his favor with the weight, because everybody know Ryan can't even make 140 pounds.
143.
Yeah, but at the same time,
147.
That's why they ain't gonna never fight.
That's true. That's true. But at the same time, though, people gonna be looking at him crazy because it's like he called out the dude Conor Ben at 147. So people gonna be looking at it like, why you won't fight him at 47? That's how I be looking at it.
Like, I think that the Ryan Garcia fight, he looking at that kind of the same way that Bud is looking at a Canelo fight. He looking at, if I can have one more Ryan Garcia fight, fuck these niggas. Like, you know,
people pay for it.
I'm with you there.
People pay for
the Ryan Garcia fight. If I can pull that off, fuck these niggas. I like shit. I'm gonna make 60, 80, 100 million.
People are paying for it.
After that. Fuck
Yo, you won't tell you I don't be getting though.
They know Tank next 5 fights.
Me and you be talking on Twitter all the time. You won't tell you I don't be understanding about these people on Twitter is the fact they say the Keyshawn Davis and Tank fight can't be a 50-50, but they go around saying that Lamont Roach is a great fight. Bro, it's like, how is that a better fight than a Keyshawn Davis?
Because
I'm lost.
Because these niggas is not real boxing fans no more. If you notice, anybody that Gervonta Davis is going to fight before, right, they be a bum and ain't nobody talking about. Like, who the fuck was talking about Lamont Roach before?
I thought Lamont lost. I thought Lamont lost to Hector Garcia. Really, I thought Lamont lost to Hector Garcia.
Lamont Roach was really like that until you found out that he was finna fight Gervonta Davis. Anybody that fight Gervonta Davis, they automatically elevate him and, well, man, he better than such and such. He better than such and such last opponent. Man, he this and he that. But y'all not saying that before his name is mentioned that he gonna fight Tank. We see what's going on.
I thought Hector Garcia won that fight versus Lamont Roach. Honestly, I thought he got robbed, really. But
I thought Lamont Roach beat him clearly. To me, that like, but I mean, like, real talk. Who the fuck is Hector Garcia? That nigga.
Lamont Roach supposed to be fighting Ray Ford for real.
A 130 pounder that beat Chris Colbert. His biggest win is Chris Colbert. Same Chris Colbert who's getting his ass whooped.
So what I'm saying, man, is, man, come on, man. Let's expose this whole ass shit that Tank be doing, man. You can't. We can't continue to protect this nigga and make exceptions for him. If he is, we gotta keep it real. This nigga making, I guess, what, 30+ million a fight. I mean, he's one of the highest paid fighters in all of boxing, right? He's in a position to where he pretty much can fight or at least try to go at anybody that he want to fight, and you know what I'm saying, they're gonna make the fight happen. He's in that position, but we don't expect him to do better when it comes to who he's fighting.
Okay, can I ask you
for doing that?
Can I ask you and the team something? Do you remember one of those fights fell through for Gervonta, and Gervonta picked Isaac Cruz? Y'all remember that?
When Pitbull, when Rolly couldn't fight the first time over the case.
Tank called out Isaac Cruz, and I'm gonna just be honest with you, how did Cruz look to y'all to him? I think Cruz did pretty well.
He got beat by one hand, bro. Tank had hurt his hand. I didn't think it was that close, bro.
I think Isaac Cruz is like a Yigit to Keyshawn Davis. It was kind of like that. It was just a good opponent. He wasn't like a person that was really going to press that issue for real. It's like Yigit for real. Yigit and Keyshawn Davis.
He was on him. He was on him. I'm not saying he did all that. I'm just saying he was on him, man. He didn't allow him. He did not allow him to breathe.
It was entertaining.
He made it a tough fight for Tank. So upper echelon. I heard you say that he did it with one hand, and I put this on my children, bro. I watched that fight again because everybody continued to say that he beat him with one. I'm gonna tell y'all why I went and rewatched that fight over 2 times, right? And the only reason I did is because I think it was Meek J and Woke, right? The brother Woke. They had put up a post on X, and they were saying, everybody saying that Tank only fought with one hand. No, he didn't. And so niggas start arguing like, no, yeah, he was one-handed when he was one-handed. So me, myself, I'm not finna just go with what the crowd say. I said, you know what? I only watched that fight one time when it was live. Somebody
only watched it once.
Somebody got me in the background. Somebody got to mute their mic. Yeah, that was you, James. Okay, so yeah, I just put you on mute, right? So I don't just go with the crowd. So I say, you know what? Let me go really watch that fight again, because I only watched it once, and I was saying the same shit. Like, Tank only fought him with one hand the whole fight, because that's what everybody was saying. And in the moment, I'm like, well, shit, I don't know what I was thinking, right? But I was saying the same shit. When I went back and rewatched that fight, Tank was using both of his hands at full speed, full capacity all the way up until the middle of the 10th round. I think it was like the 1 minute mark around the 10th round. The 1 minute mark around the 10th round, right?
Damn, I gotta rewatch that.
He heard it. Go rewatch it.
Bro, he said his hand was broken.
I only watched it live, bro.
Yeah,
I only watched it live.
I feel you. Go watch the fight. I put that. I don't put nothing on my kids like that. I'm telling
no,
you.
man, I believe you, bro. I just never thought to watch it over when everybody was talking about one hand. You know, I didn't even think about it.
Fight over, right? And so he heard it in the middle of the 10th round. Like, I mean, he could have came in there with a pre-existing injury that he had, you know, his hand might have been sore in training camp or something like that. I'm not saying that but he was using it. He was throwing it with full speed and using it the whole time with no problem. It wasn't like you could say, man, well, he ain't using his right hand or his left hand and you know, he's laboring it. It wasn't none of that shit into the middle part of the 10th round. He heard it, and you could tell, you could see when he heard it. Then he went back and he told his corner, and he was like laboring it, you know what I'm saying? He was shaking it and shit and telling his corner, my hand is hurting, right? And then Barry Hunter was like, man, fuck your hand or some shit like that. Like, you can worry about that later. You know how Barry Hunter, he gonna get on your ass. And you know, and then they went from there, right? And then he went out, and from the 11th and the 12th round, he couldn't use his hand. He was using it one hand. And you know, I think the 11th round, maybe Pitbull Cruz got on his ass. I can't remember, but the 12th round, Tank Davis, he came and he boxed his ass off. And that's when I was like, this little nigga can really box. Like, he ain't no, you know what I'm saying? He can really box, because that's when he came out. He used his foot movement. He put his ring IQ together, and he really outboxed the shit out of Pitbull Cruz that last round. And then, you know, man, he showed his boxing skills, right? But Pitbull Cruz is one-dimensional, right? So, but you know, regardless of all that, my whole point is that if you rewatch the fight, you'll see that he did not fight that whole fight with just one hand. That's
his hand wasn't broke.
Hey, yo,
that's the narrative, and his hand wasn't broke because he said it wasn't. After in the press conference, when they was like, "Oh, well, you know, did you break your hand?" He was like, "Nah, it ain't broke. It's just sore." And he was doing all that with his hand. He was like, "Nah, it's just sore." So he hurt his hand, but that shit didn't come to fruition until the middle of the 10th round. Go watch the fight.
All right,
hey, yo,
bro, I'm about to catch you later, man. I gotta go put some more damn tickets here, man. Miami messing up my daggone. Miami killing me, dog. Huh?
You said
Miami down. Nah, they down 5, bro. They down 5, niggas, and they just did a damn face mask, bro. Georgia Tech about to slow again, bro.
Oh man, how the fuck they better not lose to no Georgia Tech, man. For real.
Man, I holler at y'all, man. This is bullshit stuff here, boy.
Man.
All
right.
Hey, yo, I see a comment. Somebody talking about why all you Shakur fans put all the fighters on Tank. I'm a Tank fan myself. I think Tank could beat Shakur and Keyshawn Davis, but I want to see it. And another thing is, if Tank is the best and he's that guy, why don't we want to see him? And why don't we want to see other fighters try to step to him? That's the point of boxing.
Man, we talking about somebody who's arguably the face of boxing.
Thank you. Like, what do these people be talking about?
How do you become the face of boxing and you not even the king of the jungle?
And that's what I'm saying, bro. That pussy ass comment, whoever made that pussy ass, that's a whole ass comment, and that's why Tank Davis be acting like a whole ass nigga, because he really bought into that shit. All that shit y'all be saying, he get mad. He get mad too if another fighter that's good want to fight him.
And that shit crazy to me.
That's
him and Canelo got that.
This is boxing where you should have seen Keyshawn's performance. That should have made you want to fight him. When you see somebody knock somebody out, ooh, he ain't gonna do that to me. He ain't gonna do that to me. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do.
And you see, that's why we gotta put respect to people like David Benavidez and Morrell, because them dudes, they knew, all right, it's gonna come down to me and you. We gotta fight each other. before we get into the ring with the #1 guy. That's why I respect David Benavidez. I don't know what's to these new fans. Like, I don't know. Some of these fans really be, I can't say that
fans,
word, but
bro.
you know, they really
those
be
aren't boxing fans, bro. Those aren't boxing fans.
So he talking about Shakur fans, like nigga, I'm a fan of boxing. Period. You never finna hear me say, oh man, if a nigga is really, really like that, you ain't gonna hear me say Shakur, Keyshawn, Tank, or nobody. Oh man, they shouldn't fight him because come on, man, y'all, a lot of y'all some weak ass niggas. A lot of y'all shouldn't even be watching boxing. Like, let's keep it real. A lot of y'all is feminine and sassy, and you should. Boxing ain't the sport because you ruining the sport of boxing. And you content creators too. Y'all bunch of y'all niggas is pussy too. Because y'all, man, the shit that I be seeing just
they normalize the thought process. Keith.
No, exactly. That's
they normalize the thought process.
Shit.
Like
man,
it's
everybody
okay.
hate no Tank, man.
No, this shit is a sport. Like, this shit is a sport first.
And I thank God. I thank God I'm a fan. I thank God I'm a fan.
I mean, it's hard to be a boxing fan. It's really hard for true boxing fans to be a boxing fan today.
Man, and no other sport do you not see the best play the best. Super Bowl, World Series, every other, even fucking NASCAR. You might not have the fastest car, but you see the best driver win that damn cup. And boxing,
Carl Brown. Was salute to my guy Carl Brown. And you know I fuck with you, but you be on that bullshit too, bro. Oh, his shit going now. I'm gonna get on your helmet too, bro.
Hey, K, before you get on him, I don't want you to get on me. I just want to say something real quick. When we were talking about that Isaac Cruz, you said something, man, that is so true is with that. You said Davis had no choice but to box, right? You saw his boxing skills. Tank always can box. So why is Tank now saying all these guys come out here boxing until they get hit, all they go out the window? Well, aren't you a boxer? He's a good boxer, but he's so counting on that daggone power so much, and he allowed a boxer to tap him up so much. That's why I say he's gonna get knocked out, man. Now, going through.
I'm not even gonna say that shit, right? I'm not gonna wish him to get knocked out. I'm not gonna wish him to lose. But at the end of the day, like nigga, you all these people can't fight for you, bro. Like you really, like I'm a real boxing fan. We all real boxing fans. I'm speaking to the real boxing fans, nigga. You gotta show us. Like fuck all that. Oh, man, you can do this and that. Like nigga, you gotta show us, bro. That shit sound good, but I don't believe it until you show us. And Carl Brown, you know I fuck with you, Carl Brown, but I'm gonna get on your helmet too. Because I seen you put up on you nigga. I'ma just keep it a buck with you, nigga. You've been meat mushing Gervonta Davis for a long time. You was all on Blue Blood channel, bro. I seen that shit, bro. You was on there meat mushing, making a million excuses for this nigga. And he keep. I want to get on this helmet because man, I'ma call anybody that's been on that bullshit, man. I'm calling everybody out. Real talk. Cause that shit, man, it's getting old, bro. That shit is getting old. Everybody just riding with the wave. You know, it's like niggas don't even have their own fucking thought process now. It's just, well, everybody on the Tank Davis bandwagon and like it's like Tank can say nothing wrong. You motherfuckers won't call out. I never seen a man never do nothing wrong in life. Like ain't nothing. Like if it's Tank Davis, a lot of y'all channels, y'all acting like this man can do nothing wrong. Y'all refuse to call out the whole ass shit that he be doing. Come on, man. Let's keep it a buck. Let's just say who's it? I'm gonna just name somebody in that weight division, right? Now, matter of fact, I'm gonna name somebody that ain't even in that weight division with Tank in them, right? If Jerron Ennis all of a sudden start getting mad and throwing pussy fits and shit because somebody like Virgil Ortiz or Terrence Crawford start calling him out. You niggas is gonna call that shit out and be like, I thought Jerron Ennis was like that. oh, he ain't really like, if he get mad and tell the interviewer, oh, I'm never fucking with you or going on your platform again because you interview Virgil Ortiz and Virgil Ortiz was saying that he can beat me. Like, that's the type of pussy shit that Tank be on, and y'all be rooting and pom-pomming that shit. Like, you, okay, my man, AB, you be on X. Am I making this shit up? And you a Tank fan. They be doing that shit.
Nah, you speaking facts though, for sure.
And Kay, there's a lot of people that feel the same way you do. You know, because I interact with different podcasts, but I also got my local family. We meet together. How y'all doing? Who are boxing fans. I'm talking, we go back mid-70s when I was old enough to maybe understand what it was all about. You're right. A lot of people don't look at this, but they get all crazy, psychedelic, going off. For what? This is just entertainment. But if you're a boxing fan, you're watching everything, strategies, styles, mindsets, body language. Come on, people. We pay these guys. We make these guys rich. Do y'all believe? They all laugh. Look, we talk all we want. They going to the bank. Talk to
Kendall Jones.
And that's why we got to quit entertaining this shit. Like
Kendall Jones. See, if you want smoke, the link is in the chat. And it's not an opinion, it's a fact if these are things that he actually doing. This ain't no opinion that Tank get mad anytime somebody that's like that call him out and get on motherfucking social media and throw a bitch fit.
Because I can go all the way back to Loma.
Nigga, that's a motherfucking fact. It's not an opinion that he wanted to fight Blue Blood. It ain't an opinion because that he wanted to fight Blue Blood when Blue was like, well, I only see, 3 people maybe beating you. And that's Devin, Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Tank Davis himself. It ain't an opinion that he threw a fucking sissy fit and was mad about that shit. It's not an opinion that he just threw a sissy fit and cussed out Naji from Cigar Talk because Naji had Keyshawn Davis on the platform and Keyshawn was popping his shit. It's not an opinion that anytime somebody that's like that calls out Tank, that he don't get mad and want to fight him. It ain't an opinion that he got mad for a second at Gillian Wallow because they made a reference to like, oh yeah, man, well shit, that'll be a tough fight for who, nigga? What? And they like, man, calm down, chill. That's not an opinion, nigga. That's a fact because I seen it with my own eyes and you seen it. What's another fact is that meat mushing niggas like you. Y'all don't call out the nigga on this bullshit. Like, is because the nigga can fight, that mean that he's a god and he can do no wrong? That's why I said, man, a lot of niggas, I wouldn't even never dare be around it. A nigga like Tank, I would never dare want to be around a bitch ass nigga like that in real life. Because yeah, he can fight.
Men
but he
don't act off emotions. That's a female trait.
But he can fight. Yeah, he can fight, but that don't mean he don't act like no fucking punk. He do.
Real life, he's a boxer, bro. He a boxer. He know he'll get sued. But street fighting is a different thing. So he needs to leave that street mess in the street.
Nah,
that's what he's trying to bring to the table.
Man, I'm just talking about the nigga character, like the way you be acting. Like nigga, he like nigga. I never seen a fighter in the professional boxing. Right,
it's a front.
Like, name me another fighter that get mad if another good fighter call him out and really take offense to the shit and get the pouting and shit.
There was only one fighter I know. You might get mad, Kay. I'm gonna say this. You might get mad, but the way he came off wasn't bad. It was when Antonio Tarver was about to fight Bernard Hopkins, and he got mad on TV because they was wondering why Bernard was getting the primary or focus attention than he was, But Antonio's a total professional. I give him utmost respect, Olympian and everything. But that's the only guy I've seen that really it wasn't a tissy fit. He just got upset with the media. This dude here, Tank, I think he playing the media. He's playing it. WWE. Y'all don't believe me? Watch it. WWE talking crazy to get paid, fight, get a payday, which you're getting $50 million probably a fight. Come on, man.
Josh Gallimore, my guy. Just salute to Josh. You my guy. But that's fucking 1,000% cap. Nigga, you just named Shakur because Shakur is one of the niggas that, is a threat to Tank. and you ain't never seen Shakur Stevenson get mad because another fighter called him out. That's a motherfucking lie, nigga. That nigga be trying to fight everybody. He the one that be calling out all the fighters because niggas don't want to smoke. You ain't never seen that nigga get mad and get to throwing a bitch fit because a fighter called him out. That's a lie, nigga.
And Kendall talking about you running with narrative this whole time. He doing exactly what the narratives be saying. All these folks be doing is defending this man Tank, man. If he the best, he gotta show he the best. You can't just keep saying, "Oh, hey, they ain't on his level." How do we know? He never fought nobody on his own level. You got Shakur, you had Devin Haney, Cambosis, Lomachenko. You had Ryan Garcia back when he was at 135. He had all these guys, and he ain't never not one time wanted to fight him up until now, because he ain't fight Ryan Garcia until after he got knocked down by Luke Campbell. He ain't want to fight what's the name, Lomachenko, until he got old. It's a whole bunch of guys that he was quote unquote on the lookout for and never made that move that was on his level. So you can never say, oh, because they not on his level. Duh.
It ain't
he don't never show it.
Hey yo, what level
fighting? Like
what level?
He be hella respectful to niggas that he know he gonna fight that's not on his level. Like he respectful.
Bro, he just said, hey yo, see, that's the narrative. He just talking about some Devin Haney dumped because he ran to 140. Dude just tried to fight Conor Ben at 147, and he was trying to go through what's dog name that run the zone? What's her name again?
Tank had a chance to fight Devin.
Eddie Hearn.
He just went to Eddie Hearn to try to fight Conor Ben, but he didn't want to fight Devin Haney at 147 at 140. My fault. So how is that running when he tried to fight Conor Ben?
Tank was supposed to fight Haney. I think Tank beats Devin, but to keep it real, Devin was on that nigga helmet. Devin was on his helmet, and he had a chance to fight Devin, or at least try to press to fight Devin, and he never did. He never did.
Exactly.
And like I said, I've always thought that Tank beats Devin. I've always said that.
And I think that too. But I want to see it. I want to see it.
Supposed to fight K? When Devin went to Australia, got and got all the belts, wasn't Devin or wasn't Tank supposed to fight Haney? Because they called, he was talking junk. Wasn't that supposed to happen? Supposedly,
yes.
Didn't
he could have been for any of them guys?
I mean, Turkey Al-Sheikh. He told Turkey Al-Sheikh basically, "Fuck you, nigga. Send me 2 Ferraris."
Yeah. What did Turkey Al-Sheikh tell him? What did Turkey Al-Sheikh tell him?
That didn't happen. And let me cook with Carl Brown real quick, because nigga, like I said, I don't know if you heard me because you was having connection problems. Nigga, you've been meat mushing Gervonta Davis for a long, long time. You got up on Blue Bloods and you was meat mushing that nigga for 2+ hours, making a million excuses. And I fuck with you, Carl Brown, but I'm just keeping it real, dog. You was making excuses, every excuse in the book. Nigga, so come on, bro. Come on with it. I seen that shit you was doing.
You heard me? Who, me?
Nigga, you the only
Hold up. Wait, I have to play at my house.
Yeah. You got a
bad I didn't say my name, nigga.
You got a bad connection, dog. Come out and hey, come
I'm gonna put it on mute while I get to my house. I'll pull up my house, then I'll be able to talk.
Yeah. Pull up. Yeah.
You heard me?
Okay, come back in. I can't even hear him. I know some of y'all seen this nigga when he was on Blue Blood panel the other day. If y'all seen that shit, that nigga meat mush for about 2+ hours and wouldn't make it no goddamn sense. Everything was an excuse. You can't make it. If you make so many excuses for one fighter, what's the problem? We ain't got to do that for no other fighter in boxing but Gervonta Davis.
So like, he's just a casual fan.
That's exactly what it is.
He's a casual
fan. They be running out of narratives and they run to the business.
A fan of the sport.
They get to running out of narratives and get to running to the business. Oh, he in the draw. Keyshawn Davis just sold out. Fight him. Keyshawn Davis just sold out. Fight him.
I'll press it again.
Man, Tank done made enough money, bro. It shouldn't even be about money at this point.
And he about to make more money.
Talk to him. If he's making money like that, it shouldn't be about money.
Well, we agree. But see, we're not talking about the 90s and 80s and 70s, man. Muhammad Ali fought every freaking month. Now, I know he's heavyweight. Don't matter. He fought every month or every 2 months. Yeah, so all those fighters fought 15 rounds.
I'm not even gonna get into what the fighters did back in the day because we know we're not in that day and age and fighters ain't moving like that no more. But if you getting paid the amount of money that Gervonta Davis is supposedly getting paid every fight, and you that nigga and you that big draw, bro, the gig is up. It's time for you to start fighting them dudes. Ain't no more the whole fucking career been tune-ups. Ain't no making them rich.
And you know what?
I'm sick of hearing niggas talking about, well, man, who such and such is fault in this? Ain't no such and such ain't in the position that Tank Davis is in.
They don't have a clue.
And Key, remember when Canelo was in that same boat? When people said those things about Canelo?
But Canelo,
and how did he change the perspective of his career?
But we gotta look at Canelo. We can't put Canelo and Tank in the same fucking sentence. Because when Canelo was 22, 23 years old, he was fighting motherfuckers like Austin Trout, who was the number one dude in the weight division.
And dropped him with a jab to the chest.
He fought Floyd Mayweather. Hold on. He fought Floyd Mayweather, right? He fought Lara. Whether he lost or won those fights, he fought him. He was young and fought Gennady Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? So
they moved up. Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
We see what Canelo was doing
but the perspective of his career.
Put him and Canelo in the same sentence.
Nah, never. But I'm saying that Canelo had 4 or 5 fight stretch that changed the perspective of the way fans looked at him.
Let's keep
he had 4 or 5 stretch fight that really changed the way fans looked at him.
Right. Yeah. Watch this though. I'm gonna expose all that shit, right? Because I'm just sick of this. Man, Tank did this and Tank did that, and man, Tank. Right. Let's expose this shit for real. His first big fight, Jose Pedraza, right? Good fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd said, he a cool little fighter. He a cool fighter. But somebody tell me who Jose Pedraza beat before Tank fought him.
I couldn't even tell you.
I couldn't even tell you, man. And I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. All right. Well, we gonna even go further. Somebody tell me who he beat after Tank fought him.
Not a soul.
I mean, I can't tell you.
So
Keyshawn,
why are we
years later?
So every time we talk about who Tank fought him, and we say, well, man, why does everybody say, well, man, he fought Jose Pedraza and man, Jose? I'm just asking, who did Jose Pedraza beat before? I'm not saying Jose Pedraza wasn't a solid fighter.
He was good,
but niggas wanna, but because Tank was the one that beat him, niggas try to put him on that fucking upper. When did Jose Pedraza ever show that he was an A-level fighter? By beating another fighter that was on that level.
I never saw it.
Like this is the shit that because
the promise in that fight was with the age that Tank fought Pedraza. So that's when we was under the perspective that this wasn't gonna be a continuing trend. Okay, you're gonna continue to move up and progress within your career. We expecting you to fight better level of competition. And he never did. It was always the same level of competition. Front foot dominant fighters who gonna stay on the front foot, come straight at you. And he ain't fought one fighter that fight off the back foot, that can fight off the back foot.
And don't think he ain't watching tapes of people that don't do it. Now, I'm telling you,
My man Upper Echelon says Pedraza beat Tevin Farmer. That's all. But Pedraza beat Tevin Farmer when, see, people don't understand. Tevin Farmer started boxing very late, right? I think he was like, Tevin Farmer didn't start boxing till he was already a grown man, right? So Pedraza fought Tevin Farmer very early on in his career. Before Tevin Farmer became the Tevin Farmer that we know of now. Right. He fought Tevin Farmer when Tevin Farmer was still learning the sport of boxing.
Right.
So let's so when we say Tevin Farmer and we throw Tevin Farmer's name in there, we gotta tell the whole story behind that, because Tevin Farmer.
But people don't look at it like you just said it. What you just said makes so much sense. A lot of people don't even look at it that way. For example, we were talking about Canelo. Canelo was daggone fighting professional at 15 daggone years old. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And so
you know what I'm saying? So, there's a lot to it.
What I'm saying is that I'm not saying that Pedraza is not a good fighter. They not a solid fighter, but I'm saying that motherfuckers took that win and y'all just multiplied that win by 100 and threw that shit through the roof because it was Tank. And that's the propaganda that comes behind Tank. A lot of this shit is smoke and mirrors because it's like a Jaime Munguia, right? Jaime Munguia, this nigga went, damn near 50-something fights before he really stepped up and fought somebody that was like that. But niggas wasn't on Jaime Munguia's helmet like a Tank Davis because Jaime Munguia, nobody was calling him the best pound for pound in the face of boxing, and he wasn't built up and hyped up to be that dude, right? But Tank Davis is built up and hyped up to be that dude, like niggas is putting him in the all-time greats category and all of that shit, but so
that ain't happening.
You can't tell me that you can be talked about amongst the motherfuckers was saying that he'll beat Floyd Mayweather in his prime.
Oh my God!
Like these niggas was running around saying crazy shit.
Floyd beat him now.
You don't want, but then you don't want to see him fight the upper echelon of fighters. Like, come on, man! Like this nigga
beat him now.
Yeah, Floyd, he was a world champion at 22. So if you jumped off the porch at 22 years old and you still on the motherfucking porch because you still ain't fought not a number 1, number 2, or number 3 in no division, but everybody hating on Tank, why everybody want Tank to fight everybody? What Tank, man? Such and such ain't fighting, man. Tank, everybody want Tank to.
It don't matter.
Hey, K, check this out. You go to a lot of fights, right? Okay? Mm-hmm. And you sit there, you're looking at it at the entertainment perspective, correct? But I guarantee you had other fans out there around you that you could look in their face. They was looking at one single thing. I was at the Spence and Crawford fight, and this dude behind me was for Spence. Spence got knocked down the first time. Know what the dude said? The fight is over. He didn't even give his man a chance, which really he didn't have a chance, but still, you got the casual and then you got the fans. And we seeing things, everybody on this panel, we're seeing things way different than everybody else. And it's pitiful. Is it or really not? It's just that they don't want to listen. And then when you tell them the truth, like what you're saying now, okay, listen, Kay, you burn them up now. When you tell them the truth, they don't want to hear it. If I'm right or wrong, tell me.
I mean, they don't like to hear the truth. They only want to hear the narrative that they want to hear. So, and I'm gonna give y'all an example because dude said I'm hating, right? I ain't hating on shit. I'm telling y'all what it is. I'm telling y'all what other content creators, whether they like Tank or don't, won't say because they scared of that backlash. Nigga, okay, well, nigga, I'm bring it to me then, right? Bring it to me because I want all that smoke, right? Niggas be scared to say shit about Tank. They scared of that backlash from his fans. And if they do say something about him, they tread lightly And they, you know what I'm saying? They make sure that they use the correct words. Ain't no fucking hate. See, I could easily come on this bitch. And make all my content about Tank. Say, man, all these niggas is scared of Tank, and Tank tried to fight this guy and this guy, and they didn't want to fight Tank, and the only reason Tank and Lamont Roach ain't fighting is because Tank is getting a new contract for $500 billion, and I can say all that shit, and y'all niggas be pum-pumming the shit out of me. Oh man, this nigga speaking facts. This nigga speaking facts. But see, that's what most of y'all do, because people just gonna go with the crowd. Motherfuckers don't even think what they see. What most people do now in the world of the social media is they wait to hear what everybody else is gonna say, what everybody else is saying, and then they go with that because they don't think for themselves. So
okay,
nigga,
right.
It's like Unc was saying. Most people watching boxing not even knowing what the fuck they looking at
all.
They just waiting on somebody to get punched or get knocked out. They don't know what the hell they looking at.
Look, they'll be in the barbershop hearing them people talking about somebody boxing, and that's all they know. And that's the truth.
Yeah,
that's
man,
the truth.
So,
I know this.
So I mean, ain't nothing hating. Like I said, Tank. If hating is if I say, man, you know what, Tank can't fight. That nigga ain't fought nobody, and he can't fight, because like that's hating. I know the nigga can fight. If a nigga say he can't fight, then they hating. Like, he is a bad motherfucker, but
he's good.
How bad is he?
Because you ain't the baddest motherfucker at the bus stop. You ain't the baddest motherfucker. You done beat a couple niggas up at the bus stop, but you ain't the baddest motherfucker at the bus stop.
You know when a nigga get exposed, you know the only way a bad motherfucker get exposed is if he get in the ring with another bad motherfucker.
That's the truth.
You will see, and then you will see if he really like that.
And look,
he either that's what makes this sport great.
Yeah,
that's what's great about
boxing. I don't want to see that because his like I said, I'm not gonna say all of his fans. I'm saying the fans that his meat mushers, because he got fans that really want to see it, and that's a small percentage. Like when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis fan base, it's a very small percentage of his fans that really are boxing fans and really want to put the pressure on him and want to see him fight all these guys. The rest of y'all niggas just some hoe ass meat mushers. And if you offended, I'm talking to you, right? It's a small percentage, right?
Them be the Southpaw fans.
That's all we want to see, man. We paying money for it.
Southpaw fans.
Yeah,
we paying money.
And it's going to when he really fight one of them guys, and we know who those guys are. Then we want to really see if you are really like that. Like if we're gonna see if they like that, and we're gonna see if you like that. That's it. That's all.
We won't see it. It won't happen.
And you know how we watch boxing, all of us right here. You know how we watch boxing? It ain't about winning or losing. We watch how you win or lose.
Period.
Look at Marvin Hagler and Hearns got the daggone greatest fights in history and only went 3 doggone rounds. How's that? I know, Kay, you say don't want to go back in the past, but sometimes I look in the past to see which way I'm going. And I'm telling you that, I'm telling you, those are 3 great rounds that's considered one of the greatest fights in history. Because they went out there and fought each other. They didn't give a damn about no money. They fought. I'm sorry. Did I get too over?
Yeah, I mean,
did I throw a tantrum? Did I throw a tantrum?
No, I'm just saying we just don't. No, you keeping it a buck. What you said is the truth, but I realize that we don't live in that era no more. You know what I'm saying? I realize that these fighters, we only have a small percentage of fighters that really think they the best, that really believe they the best, and really want to get in there with the best to prove it. You know what I'm saying? And those fighters are a small percentage, and I'm gonna name you some of those fighters. Jerron Ennis, he really liked that. You know what I'm saying? He
really like that.
he want to show that he is the best and he really believed that shit, right? You got Keyshawn Davis.
Virginia
He's still
Beach,
young,
Virginia.
but he really believed that shit and he really liked that. You got Shakur Stevenson. You got Shakur Stevenson. Whatever
New Jersey, baby.
About him, he really believed that, and he really, you know what I'm saying, he really want to show that shit against the best. You got you got David Benavidez. He really believed he want to show that he's the best. You got David Morrell. He really liked that and he want to show that he the best. You got these heavyweights. They really believe in themselves and they want to show I'm like that. And y'all know who the ones I'm talking about. And so we don't got to name the names. It's a small percentage of fighters that really believe that. And Tank Davis has never showed that he's one of the ones.
What's sad that is Tank, y'all, is that Tank has been boxing since Tank was 5 years old. Tank is a product of boxing. Tank had over 300 amateur career fights. Tank was ready for anything that Tank may see in that ring. His whole life, everybody that you just named have been dedicated to the sport of boxing. That's why they're so willing to go get their level of greatness.
I did.
Go chase that level of greatness. It's a problem.
Jesse Rodriguez is another one. I missed him. Like I said, I didn't name everybody. I didn't name Terrence Bud on purpose because he came to my mind, but I did name him just because I think that he's in a position in his career to where he just want to, a big cash out fight. He pretty much said it. So he's not at that point in his career right now to where he want to fight the best. I think he pretty much passed that in his career, right? But
we will say Bud is one of the greatest though.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them dudes for sure. Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, he's one of them. Like you know what I'm saying? He wanted
like that. He liked that.
I said, what I haven't seen from from Tank is that we think he like that, but he ain't shown that he's willing to show that he really him like that against the best. And I mean, all of these people, what people don't understand, man. That shit cool that y'all can come on and do live streams every day and jump online and protect him. You know what I'm saying? Act like you motherfuckers is willing to die for this nigga and all of that shit. But that doesn't win fights. You know what I'm saying? You can't, all that shit you do, you can't fool real boxing fans. And at the end of the day, when his career said and done, all of that shit that y'all doing on the internet to protect this nigga and make up lies and all of that, that ain't gonna matter. When he's retired, and if you look down his resume and he ain't fought none of these niggas and beat none of these niggas that go on to do other, because he's not the end all be all.
Put him next to Ryan.
Some of these names that I'm talking about, with or without Tank Davis, they gonna go on to have legendary careers. And if he don't have none of them niggas on his resume with a W beside that shit, all that shit that y'all did and doing every motherfucking day on this internet, it ain't gonna mean a motherfucking thing.
He gonna end up right next to Rocky.
It only means something right now because that's the narrative that's going up in boxing, right? Let's all get behind Tank. Let's say that Tank this and Tank that, and let's all wipe this nigga asshole and cater to Tank. And that shit ain't gonna last forever. So he gotta come with it.
We seen this. Remember the Mike Tyson play? We seen this before.
Dude said
Douglas knocked his ass out.
Tank can retire today, and he will be good. But he ain't gonna be no motherfucking great.
Won't be a legend.
He not gonna be a nigga that motherfuckers is gonna talk about for the next 20, 30 years in boxing. He gonna be the nigga that was like, oh yeah, he was good, but he ain't never fought nobody like that.
We gonna say, what if he would have fought him? He gonna be one of them fighters.
We don't know.
Dude commented, talked about.
Name me one great fighter. Young Beast 7, nah, nigga, it's just a big lip motherfucker like you be meat mushing this nigga, bro. It ain't no Tank hate? Like, nigga, you mad because motherfuckers want to see Tank fight one of these niggas that people really look at and like, that could be a 50-50 fight. You're mad? Nigga, tell me why you mad.
Now we hating because we want to see the nigga fight somebody who might beat him.
They hate no Tank. It's just Tank hate. Just because these niggas is making titles on YouTube every day, catering to y'all niggas because they know that you like Tank. They know that you come to their channels because you gonna meet Mush Tank, and that's what y'all want to hear. Niggas don't want to hear the truth. They just want to hear what they want to hear. Right? They know that that y'all gonna act like that and tell them that, oh, oh man, y'all keep it real. This is my favorite channel. This is that. They know that's what y'all gonna say, and that's so they gonna cater to y'all. Man, fuck y'all. That ain't. I'm not on. Fuck y'all, man. I'm not on here to do that shit. I'm on here to keep it a buck. So you can.
Why for acting like Devin ain't fought Lomachenko?
You niggas.
He talking about who? He talking about who Devin fought. He fought Lomachenko.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
And when they want to Tank the fight, Loma Tank time about some. They
like, what are
trying
these
to make me
folks
fight
about?
8 straight champions. I'm about to leave TMT.
Yeah, but man, so I mean, you know, man, Devin did
trying to sabotage.
I mean, Devin didn't lose to no Loma, nigga. You don't know shit about boxing. Like how Devin lose the Loma, and like he ain't lose the Loma. But see, that was the narrative that was running around. Oh, Devin lost the Loma. Now everybody run, like I said, everybody just wait to hear what the crowd is saying, and then everybody gonna repeat that shit. Ain't no way Devin lost that.
And then look, the Tank fans, he fought an old Loma. Turn around, Lomachenko, he tried to fight Lomachenko this year. I didn't hear that narrative at all this year.
Yeah.
They were just saying he was old last year when Haney fought him. Now he's still good. He fought Cambosis. Okay. What happened to the whole narrative?
I'm gonna keep it real, man. When Shakur was wanting to fight Loma, man, I was looking at that fight and I was looking at it two ways. At one way I was looking at, I'm like, man, yeah, that's cool, but you know, Loma gonna dog out Shakur. Shakur gonna dog out Loma, and it ain't really gonna really show me nothing, right? But then I was looking at but then I was like, okay, well, that's a good fight for Shakur because Loma got a name and he ain't really fought nobody except for Oscar Valdez with that name, and he still need that name. So I was kind of split with even Shakur fighting that nigga because it was like that fight wasn't gonna show me like, okay, Shakur is. I think he one of them ones, but it wasn't gonna show me nothing that I didn't think I already knew, right? I don't think like he was gonna be able to bring out nothing special in Shakur.
He wasn't gonna take him into them deep waters.
Yeah. I didn't think he was the one that was gonna be able to bring out nothing special in Shakur because Loma is older, and I see that he's not the same fighter no more. And when Tank brought him up, it was the obvious with me. I'm just like, man, bro, you can't fight this nigga after. To me, he had a tooth and nails fight with Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? He done lost to Teofimo already. He lost to Devin Haney. And then you gonna fight him. Like, what's that? You gonna fight him and you probably gonna stop him. What's that gonna show me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna be shocked or surprised. Right? So I'm not like, that's just how I felt about that situation. But you know,
somebody said Devin versus Frank Martin. Who you got?
Man, Devin will box the shit out of fucking Frank Martin. Man, Frank Martin is a good fighter. He's not like, if Devin would outbox the shit out of Frank Martin, to me. If Devin is the same fighter that he was, you know, before his last fight, if he the same fighter, if he come in the ring and you know, because we don't know where he's at mentally, right? We don't know if he like gun shy, if he gonna start looking like Roy Jones and stop letting his hands go because he got knocked out. We don't know what type of fighter he gonna be, right? But Devin is a much better fighter than Frank Martin all the way around the board. He just is. Like Frank Martin is short. He can control Frank Martin with his jab. Frank Martin do got footwork, but you know, he's just a better fighter, man. And Devin, like, to me, like, you know, people like, oh man, Devin ain't this and that. No, Devin styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? And Ryan Garcia was able to exploit Devin's defensive inabilities, right? He was able to exploit that because of the simple fact is that he got fast hands, he long. You know what I'm saying? Devin was used to fighting niggas that was shorter than him, that, you know, the reach, that he had a huge reach advantage over, so he could keep them at bay, you know, on the outside, catch them coming in. It's not hard for Ryan Garcia to close the distance on Devin. And he got fast hands, and he's powerful. So if Ryan hit you, anybody he hit clean like that, how he was catching Devin, you pretty much gonna go to sleep. That's why I didn't even like people saying that Devin don't have no chin, because tell me who else that Ryan Garcia is catching like that flush and they standing up behind the shit. Like, name me another fighter that's standing up behind.
Ryan can crack.
Ryan Garcia throwing. Like, he's sleeping shit.
Yeah, Ryan can crack.
And it ain't his left. It ain't just his left hand either. That right hand did some damage to Haney too. Watch it. Sure did.
So the nigga kept getting up, right? So you can't say like, oh, he got a weak chin and he ain't. The nigga don't have, like, name me a fighter that you seen get cracked that many times by Ryan Garcia and walk through the shit and ate it. Name me a fighter. We can't name none. So we can't say that, oh, Devin ain't got no chin. No. Devin don't have the defense that he needs. He has a defensive flaw. It ain't a chin flaw. Like I said.
And I think it's an offensive flaw. I just think Ryan was timing his step with this jab. That shotgun
I think it was an embarrassment flaw. That's what I think. I think when he got caught, all his plans went out the doggone window, just like when he fought Prograis. Prograis had 12 different plans. He got caught, everything went out the window. And that's what, and Spence, the same way. Daggone Crawford caught him. His plans went out the doggone way. He wasn't on no weed. He wasn't on nothing because Spence came out fighting like he normally fight. And Spence is a bad boy. All those guys are good. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I believe.
Too Rich Mr. Respect the Belts says put Keyshawn against Frank Martin and see Keyshawn against a southpaw. Well, I mean, I respect what you're saying, but check this out, man. If you put Keyshawn in there, and I don't have no problem with that fight, right? I don't have no problem with that fight. But see, this is the thing, man. If you put Keyshawn in there with Frank Martin, and let's say Keyshawn stops Frank Martin, right? Y'all ain't gonna give him credit because you know what y'all gonna say? Oh, he's fighting Tank Davis's leftovers. Frank Martin ain't the same. He ain't the same.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Tank finished him already. That's all y'all gonna say. So that doesn't do anything. That's why we want to see Keyshawn versus who? Tank Davis.
Yeah.
That's why we want to see. Fuck all that, all that other shit. We want to see Shakur Stevenson versus who? Tank Davis.
Yes.
So I don't think breaking him is a cool fight. For him and Frank, that's a cool fight. I don't have no problem with it. That fight, but I know if Keyshawn went in there and performed right and did it in impressive fashion, he's not gonna get the credit from you same niggas. And I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying he's not gonna get the credit from you same niggas that's calling for that fight. And my question is I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about in general. Why? Every time somebody is like that, calls out Tank Davis, it's always a roadblock y'all want to put in front of him. Why don't y'all ever just say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a good fight, man. We want to let and get on, you know what I'm saying? Get on the train and just start pressing your favorite fighter, Tank, to fight that fighter. I never seen y'all do that shit.
And y'all can't care about Frank Martin.
To fight another fighter that's calling him out that really, really want to smoke.
Because Frank Martin ain't got no head movement. And last night, if Keyshawn ain't show you nothing else, He showed you he know how to keep you on the line and finish your ass off.
I think Frank Martin and Abdullah Mason a good fight for real, for real.
Yeah. We sit there. I think Abdullah Mason will beat Frank Martin. And I mean,
walk his ass.
I hate to kind of say shit like that because Abdullah Mason still ain't fought that level, but just from the eye test, and I could be wrong because he's still fighting lower level. You know what I'm saying? He ain't on that level. He ain't fought a level of Frank Martin yet. You know, Abdullah Mason ain't fought a level of Frank Martin yet. But if somebody put a gun to my head and said you got to make a pick, I'm gonna go with Abdullah Mason. But he might not be able to take Frank Martin's power if Frank Martin catch him. But Frank Martin, man, we seen Frank Martin didn't have the mental capacity. We seen that shit, bro. He didn't have the ring IQ. He didn't know what to do when somebody that's been boxing from the age of 7 years old, got in the ring and tested him mentally. It did not even physically. He tested him mentally, and he didn't know what to do. And if you really know boxing, and you can read fighters' IQs and really see what's going on, you saw that when Tank was just pressing him mentally, and Tank knew that, so he was laughing at the nigga he's doing the same thing over and over. He's circling to the same side. He doesn't know what to do. So I'm fucking him mentally before I even take him out. I was in his head.
Walking down.
Yeah, I was in his head mentally before the fight ever started because this nigga let me put my finger all in his forehead. And this is nothing against Frank Martin because I think Frank Martin is a solid dude. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. If in real life, I would fuck with a nigga that like Frank Martin way before I would even associate with a nigga like Tank. Real talk. I'm talking about character. So Frank Martin, a cool dude, but is he on Tank's level as a fighter? See, a lot of y'all fans, y'all don't know how to separate the two. Y'all just love these fighters so fucking much they can do no wrong. Even when you see like they got hoe in their character, y'all, man, Tank, like, man, he got a lot of hoe in it. But you know, in that ring,
they talking about Abdullah don't got a chin, bro. He got up every single time.
Yeah, Abdullah is still a kid, bro. He's still a kid. So I mean, those are flash knockdowns. But what Abdullah showed me that he got that dog in him.
Dog.
Because every time he got knocked down, even though those are flash knockdowns, right? He wanted to get straight busy. And so that showed me he got that dog in him, but it shows me that he still needs that experience to up his ring IQ. Because see, when he got up and he want to get straight to it, he don't even have in his mind like, damn, I might be buzzed. Let me chill for a minute. And fucking with a nigga, like when you get to that upper level,
you might not get up.
You'll get taken. You the motherfucker like Tank will take your ass clean and smooth the fuck out. Getting up, you know what I'm saying? And that just says that your ring IQ ain't all the way there yet. You know what I'm saying? Because he just got that fight or flight still in him, like, oh, I gotta go after it. But Abdullah Mason, man, he liked that. And I'm glad that he had to go through that because fighters sometimes they need to go through things like that to make them a better fighter. So now he gonna be able to get with his team and they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna know how to react in those situations if it ever happen again. You know what I'm saying? He gonna know what to work on. That's why y'all gotta stop crowning these fighters just because, you know, somebody said, like, come on, let's just keep it real, man. And Abdullah Mason's a motherfucker. I love the kid, right? But just because Coach Kenny said that he was the second best fighter behind Tank at 135, everybody ran with that shit. Without even seeing him fight a C-level fighter, everybody ran with that shit, right? And do I think that Abdullah Mason is eventually going to be him? He could eventually be better than all these guys. Yeah, I think he could. Eventually. But everybody ran with that shit just because your favorite fighter coach said that shit. Didn't question it, just automatically ran with that narrative. But you know, I'm glad that he was able to show like that he really liked that, and I'm glad that he was able to go through that adversity, because that's gonna make him that much of a greater fighter down the line. It's gonna make him that much of a greater fighter, man.
I'm with you. We needed that.
With it.
You need
yeah,
that.
You know what? What I found out, a lot of people don't know. A lot of these fighters have known each other. I'm talking about, you know, current fighters. Current fighters have known each other since the amateurs, whether they fought them or not. They've been involved since the amateurs.
Yeah.
So they've seen each other, man. It ain't stupid. Even though amateurs is different from professional, but then you got those overseas guys, they fight amateurs throughout their whole freaking career and come here with 10 fights and knocking people out. I'm just sharing. That's all. I'm just showing. They all know each other from the amateurs, whether they fought each other or not. Because some of these guys didn't fight at the weight they fight now. They fought at a lower weight or high weight. Check it out. And y'all, am I wrong? Tell me.
And not only that, yeah, I mean, that's like he was saying, man, we got to quit crowning these boxers.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, because, man, a lot of things go into it. You had Abdullah, who was fighting in a different time slot than he ever fought in on the card. So you got more time to wait. You got more time that you got to stay motivated. Stay focused. You understand? Let's jump rope. How y'all maneuver that as a team is very important. So if you got a fighter who ain't never fought in the main event slot and you got to wait till you the last fight now, then of course that's gonna have something to take on your performance. You understand? And mentally, as far as the knockdown go, I'm glad that he responded the way he responded. However, I just feel like the lights do something to y'all, man. Y'all don't realize how much
you're right.
Them lights can affect your performance. How much yourself can affect your performance from all the lights being there. And shit, you never know. But to see a fighter that respond the way he do, I was definitely proud of him. I couldn't be more proud of the kid.
And all of you would agree, boxing is what, 90% mental?
Facts.
Right? Okay.
Facts. And when
wrong, okay?
For sure. That's why
I'm an old geezer, brother. I'm an old geezer. But I know
that's why I was talking about the mental aspect when Gervonta Davis fight a Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson. We're gonna see from all parties, we're gonna be able to see who win the fight before they step in the ring.
Exactly.
I'm talking about Keyshawn right now before they step in the ring. But and this is the type of shit that I'm talking about. You got a small amount of fans that's really Tank Davis fans, but they the fans of boxing. Then you got the meat mushers. We talking about seeing Tank Davis fight these guys. This nigga talking about, I hope Bob Arum make Keyshawn fight Shakur. He ain't said, he been on the live stream the whole time I've been on here, and he ain't called for none one of these niggas to fight, for Tank to fight, but he calling for Keyshawn and Shakur to fight. This the type of shit that I'm talking about.
Damn, down goes Miami. They just fumbled.
Stupid mode.
Shakur calling them out. I know Shakur calling Gervonta out. Shakur calling Gervonta out, man.
I mean, a lot.
Am I right or wrong?
They both
let's be real, y'all. We got to quit putting so much magnitude into a call out. When did somebody calling you out? Man, we talking about it's a lot of more things that gotta happen. You gotta have contracts in. You gotta have, scheduling.
OT boxing. Check this out, OTB. Check your boy out. I'm talking about OG.
I don't believe
born
that.
1966. Listen to me now. Born 1966. When I was able to understand what the sport was about, I put myself in the 80s category. I could be 70s, I'm gonna go 80s. They would walk up in the ring. Boxers would walk up in the ring and let them know. And this is what I know growing up. Hector Camacho was one of my best fighters. Or Ali is my main one, but Hector Camacho was one of my best ones other than Marvin Hagler. Well, walk up in the ring, walk around you in your corner and everything else, and let you know I want to fight you, and then walk out.
Facts. I'm talking about Aaron Pryor walking up on
So what? Okay, say it again.
You
Okay, so
understand?
you understand what I'm saying? You
exactly.
understand?
I
What
get
are they
that.
doing now? What are they
I
doing
get
now?
that.
But
I
that's
get
the
that,
deal.
man.
That's how that
But-
worked for me. Not knocking what you're saying, man. Please understand that. I'm
Nah,
not
I
knocking
get that.
nobody.
I get that.
I'm just sharing with you what I seen and realized what's happening today. I don't see none of that. Scared to death. They used to walk up in the freaking ring, walk around in their corner and everything. Say, I'm ready to fight you, blase, blase, boom. Hector Camacho told Sugar Ray, I want to fight you. Sugar Ray came out of retirement. Camacho knocked him out. Y'all remember that?
I mean, I remember all that, but the thing is, these fans don't give a fuck about none of that shit no more. They don't.
That's why they casual, okay? They casual.
It's a whole different way of thinking, man. That shit is like I said. Find out what everybody else is saying. Find out what wave everybody is going with, and jump on that motherfucking train.
But man, this panel ain't jumping on any old train.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying that's how it is. And if you're not doing that, then you're hating.
Okay,
you know, that's just what it is, man. And we want to see the smoke, and that go for everybody, man. Especially if people saying that you him and you're getting paid. I don't want to. I'm no longer finna support a fighter that's getting paid 30, 40, 50, 60 million dollars.
Right.
And you ain't fighting that top guy or one of those top guys.
Right.
Hey, they really in the comments trying to compare Tank to Keyshawn Davis. Do y'all understand Keyshawn Davis only got 11 fights? Dude talking about if it was Tank fighting Lemos, y'all would have been calling him a bum.
Tank
got a belt. Tank got a belt. Tank has 30 plus fights. Keyshawn Davis doesn't have a belt. He has 11 fights. It makes sense for him to fight somebody at that level. And then on top of that, they be forgetting that
Tank fought Rolly Romero with 10
exactly
with 11 fucking fights. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that.
Bro, these narratives, these fools crazy.
Keyshawn is out of that Pernell Whitaker.
Frank Martin too.
Rolly had 11, 12 fights when he fought Rolly.
See, and what it is, man.
Let me ask y'all something. Where did Rolly come from?
Too rich, Mr. Respect. Put your camera on real quick in the background.
Can I ask y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I love Rolly's a comical dude. Where did he come from?
Rolly came from what more boxers. Hold on, Rolly came from what more boxers need to do. Rolly was able to sell himself in the era where boxers can't do it. He was the only one
I
who could talk that shit, who made himself available to the media, and he prospered from it. You know what I mean?
Isn't that what Ryan Garcia did? But I think Ryan Garcia got better skills than daggone Rolly.
No, Ryan Garcia was a high pedigree amateur as well.
Exactly. See? But a lot of people don't know that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, we all talking the same game. We all talking the same thing. We are boxing doggone fans. And I've been with Keyshawn for as long as I can remember, and I never disagree with it. And I want y'all to know why. I come from the era where I had to walk to the freaking bookstore to get a Ring magazine, Boxing magazine, USA Today to see what was happening in boxing. And then I was able to discover what it was all about. Then you got ABC, CBS. I remember when boxing was on TV, regular TV. You feel me? Then when they went away and went to ESPN, if you didn't have cable for ESPN, you wasn't watching boxing. And a lot of people dropped off from it. All I'm saying, maybe I'm talking old school. I know Kay don't want to hear it. I'm
letting you cook.
I'm just being real. You guys know where we've been to know where we're going. And that's why we're able to see what we're seeing now.
Let me salute to my man G5 in the building. What's happening with it, G5?
What up, Five?
Yeah, man. I feel what you're saying. I agree with everything because my mindset is the same mindset when it comes to boxing that you got. But I just know that these fans, they don't give a fuck about that nowadays, man. But we need to the ones that can call this shit out, that's willing to call this shit out. We need to call this shit out. That's just what it is, you know. Man, I be thinking some of these football teams, man. I be thinking this shit with this gambling shit, man, is real, bro. Ain't no way Miami is losing to Georgia Tech. You know what I'm saying?
But it's happening.
They knew that shit already, because if you looked at how the odds was, Georgia, Miami should have been a huge favorite, and they wasn't. They wasn't. And so man, if you know, you know. But yeah, man, that shit was rigged, bro. They already had like that.
No economics work like that. What company distributes a product, allows you to buy it, and they don't know what the product gonna do? Beneficial to you or not? Just right. Economics just don't work like that. They only would allow you to have interest in the product itself if they know that it'll benefit them.
Yeah, so I mean,
I'll
man,
let shit fix.
Man, you know, what black man big ups a racist? Shit. I mean, a lot of these niggas' favorite fighters. Cause I mean, I'm on this nigga Tank. Help me, y'all can get mad. But another thing I've seen, cause I've been seeing a lot of shit, but you know, they did no videos or live streams, none of that shit, right? Teofimo called him a monkey. Him and Bud Crawford a monkey. Bud Crawford got on his helmet. Tank ain't say shit about that. He ain't Tank ain't say nothing about Teo calling him a monkey, but then got mad because Keyshawn Davis called him out and wanted to fight him. But ain't nobody say nothing about that. But if I tell you about that, I'm hating on Tank. I mean, come on. Why ain't nobody else talking about that shit? So it's okay to let Teo call you a monkey, and you ain't say nothing, but then when you see Keyshawn Davis calling you out, you cuss out the man that did the interview and him.
If I had an opportunity, I would go off on Teo, his father, everybody else. Because see, Teo and I'm from New York, and I'm from Jersey. And see, when you hang out with Puerto Ricans and blacks, both of us calling each other niggas. This being real. Here I am, just being honest.
James Kelly, salute. But he was calling that man a monkey.
Yeah,
he's a monkey too.
And then double down. Hey, and then double down on that shit and was like, yeah, I said it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Threw it 10 toes down on it.
Yeah, I said it. I'm not finna say sorry. And I'm glad he said it. I'm glad he didn't say sorry. Let me know how you feel. Yeah, I said it.
And I got a question on a different level. Tank first time asking for a fight was Ryan Garcia. Do you think he asked for Lamont Roach?
Dude, I mean, I didn't know who Lamont Roach was.
Well,
I'm just being honest with you.
Well, according,
did you?
Yeah, I know who Lamont Roach is. Lamont,
how did you know who he was then? How did you know? Okay,
like this.
Did
this
you
is
say
my
that?
thing.
Who said they knew who
Lamont Roach father box?
Like
that's his daddy, not him.
Yeah, so I watched him because
Goose in his daddy box. And be advised, I've been watching boxing for years, and I ain't never seen daddy or his brothers fight. They were professional. I'm from the Jersey, Philly area.
Hold on.
I've seen Lamont fight.
James, so Lamont Roach, he's a good fighter, right?
He's very good.
Hold on. Let me say something. He's a good fighter,
yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
He's a champion in his weight division at 130 pounds. He's a good fighter. But
no, I've seen him.
Roach, but you just fought Frank Martin. Lamont Roach ain't no better than a Frank Martin. Lamont Roach ain't even in your division. So I'm not gonna shit on Lamont Roach. And say that Lamont Roach. I'm not gonna shit on Lamont Roach and say that.
I'm saying that Tank was taking control of his career last time we checked.
Yeah. Let me get to what I'm getting. I'm not gonna shit on Lamont Roach.
My bad.
I'm not gonna shit on him and say that he's a shitty fighter. He's a cool.
No, he's a good fighter.
Solid fighter, right? He's a solid fighter. But at the end of the day, you Gervonta Davis. You people saying that you the best thing in boxing. You a boxing god, and you the face of boxing, and all of this. So Lamont Roach ain't it, bro.
When did you see Lamont Roach?
And Lamont, no. Nobody in their right mind is gonna see Tank Davis fight Lamont Roach and get a stoppage and be like, man, that surprised me. I didn't think he could do that to Lamont Roach. Did you see what he just did to Nobody's gonna nobody in their right mind is gonna say that.
Yeah, true.
And then niggas wanna make a million excuses. Oh, well, man, didn't nobody want to fight? That's a motherfucking lie. That didn't nobody want to fight Tank is a lie. Y'all went from everybody that wants to fight Tank is clout chasing to nobody wants to fight Tank. Like, make that shit make sense. Every time somebody calls out Tank and really pressing them and want to fight him, they're clout chasing. So when he hit up, when he hit up motherfucking Edwin De Los Santos behind the scenes, right? And this is coming straight from Edwin De Los Santos' team, his manager and his trainer, hit him up behind the scenes and said, would y'all like to fight Gervonta Davis? Absolutely. We're 100%. We want to make that happen. Okay, we'll be in touch with y'all. Hey, Shakur, would y'all like to fight Tank Davis? Absolutely. Send the contract. Let's make it happen. We'll be in touch with y'all.
Right.
Pitbull Cruz. Well, we know that you gotta we gotta wait on Pitbull Cruz to see if he beats Rayo. Oh shit. Pitbull Cruz. Damn, Pitbull Cruz just lost to Rayo. Hey, Rayo, would you like a Gervonta Davis fight? Yeah, sure. Will you move down to 135 for Tank? Well, we just won the fight. We just won the title at 140. Nah, we ain't gonna move down, but I mean, he can come to 140 and we can meet in the middle. We'll be in touch with y'all. You know what? Lamont Roach, you still want that fight with Tank? Yeah, sure. Bingo. Well, you got it, Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach, you're gonna fight Tank. You gonna fight Tank, Lamont Roach. Now, we De Los Santos. We don't want to fight motherfucking what's his name no more because he want us to fight at 140. We don't want to fight Ryle no more because he wants us to fight. But Lamont Roach, you are it. Man, see, all of that shit, all of that other shit is for propaganda, smoke and mirrors. So we can come and be like, well, we called up. We called up Shakur. We called up Shakur. We called up De La Santos. All that shit is for show. See,
why you doing this to me? Why you doing this to me, Kay?
Y'all with that shit. They can fool y'all with that shit. Y'all can believe all that shit, but you know what's funny?
Woo!
All y'all niggas gonna backtrack if this nigga lose. All you niggas is gonna be backtracking and acting very different if he lose.
Oh man. Yo, can I throw in a little thing in this? I want you, Kay. Hey, listen to me, Kay. I know your name, but I call you Kay, so I won't mess you up. Pray for my wife. Just pray for my wife, okay? Definitely. I'm just doing this little intermission, and I know the show ain't about this.
Definitely.
But I've been knowing you enough to know that when you hear my name, we agree. You know who I am. I know who you are. Do that for your boy. That's all I ask. Just pray. God bless. Thanks. Let's get back to our thing. Your thing.
And prayers going out to the queen for sure.
For real.
Definitely.
For sure. And that's for sure, man. Prayers will be going out to her.
Thank you.
But man, like, so all of this shit, man, it's just like, man, it's crazy, man. And when is it gonna stop? Like, when is it gonna stop? Y'all can carry on this motherfucking social media and protect this nigga all you want to. But at the end of the day, something gonna have to give. Something gonna have to give.
It won't be.
It's like it's an army shielding him. Right? It's millions of people shielding him, and he's standing behind that army. And if you say something, well, you got to go against all of them. Well, I'm gonna be the nigga that's gonna say something, and I'm gonna go against all y'all. How about that?
And I'm with you.
Until he showed me, he come out right? Until he come out and hop online like he do when he want to cuss fans out, like he do when he want to cuss a fighter out that call him out and say, you know what, let's fight. Call your promoter, I'm going to talk to mine and let's make it happen. Until he do that, I'm on his helmet. And yeah, and A1 who's on, the link is in the chat, homie. And that's my guy A1, but the link is in the chat if you calling me cap, what I'm capping about.
And the whole state of boxing, that should be where they perspective.
What I'm capping about.
Like shit, everybody in boxing should be demanding that Tank fight.
But yeah, listen, my man. I'm just sharing with all three of us. We are not casual fans. I'm just saying, listen to Keyshawn. Listen to what he's talking about, and you understand too. They're not looking at it like we're looking at it. I'm just being honest with you.
Well, I mean,
when I tell you, I walked out of that daggone Spence and Crawford fight, man, I was looking at people sad. I went into this bar, this joint, and I had to talk to this dude. He said, man, you really think he lost? What do you think he lost? What? I was sitting there watching what happened. And so his mind was so fogged up, he couldn't realize your boy just lost. What's the word? Give me a word, okay? Give me. What's your name? What's your good name, my man? My man.
OTB.
Say it again.
OTB.
OTB. Because I can't see your name because you got a block from somebody else. OTBK. Tell me, what am I listening to if a dude asks me if I really think Spence lost and we sat up there in the doggone ring and watched him lose and did not resist the stoppage? You see what I'm saying? It's all what we're saying. It's all what we're saying. He had his main fighter, didn't know nothing about anything else. He loves Spence, and daggone the Dallas Cowboys, all of them pumped daggone Spence up. Man, you could walk right through him, and look what happened. And I'm just telling you what I saw.
Miami Kid J. Tank was seriously hurt Keyshawn, but I agree. Ellaby will soon tweet, what does he have to offer? Make the fight. Well, I mean, this is the thing, right? You say Tank would do this and Tank would do that. And that's cool. Maybe he will. But when is he going to step up and show? When is he going to step up and fight one of these real dogs and show that he going to do what y'all saying that he going to do to him? That's all I'm asking. Like,
and if he a dog, why he don't want to?
That fairy tale shit don't move me.
What is Ellaby saying?
Like, if he a dog like y'all say he is, like we think he is, why he don't want to?
What is Ellaby saying?
No, he's saying he just saying that soon Ellaby a tweet and say the fight is too soon. Like you can't tell me that. See, this is the problem, right? KQKC Boxing Network, salute. You can't be fighting. You can't be fighting dudes like Rolly and guys like that, and then say Keyshawn Davis, a silver medalist, it's too soon.
Silver
you
medalist?
Can't, like that doesn't work with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't work with me. You can't be fighting Lamont Roach, right? And then tell me Keyshawn Davis, who's the silver medalist, is too soon. That shit don't really work. Come on.
But if Tank don't turn pro early, then we know that Tank fight a lot of them in Olympic trials.
Hey, check this out. And starting fighting pro late is not no excuse neither. Look at daggone Deontay Wilder. And look at my Spence. Spence started boxing at 15.
Yeah.
Come on now, y'all. Come on, people. And then, like we all said earlier, those amateurs from overseas, people need to wake the heck up. These guys coming over here and they're knocking our boys out. I don't give a darn what nobody say because I'm seeing it. If y'all not seeing it, that's y'all.
Now, if Tank get to pressing one of these niggas, and showing like, okay, nigga, what's popping? Like, you know what I'm saying? And put his foot forth to make the fight, and then, you know, they get to making excuses where I'm on their motherfucking helmet. Shakur, Keyshawn, whoever it is, the promoter. But nah, man. He got to step to the plate. It ain't no, we can't continue to give him a pass and make every excuse for him and put him on a pedestal that we not doing for no other fighter. Terrence, what's happening with it?
What up?
What's good?
I was letting y'all finish up. I do agree though. I think Tank do need to get the ball rolling and get some of these guys in the ring. But in my opinion, because I don't think they can really fuck with Tank for real. Shakur, I study these guys a lot. I watch every Shakur fight. I know everybody says he's a masterful boxer. Shakur, he makes a ton of mistakes in the ring, though. He makes a ton that nobody calls him out. And I've only seen one person. It was Andre Ward that kind of alluded to the fact that he does have things he needs to tighten up on. But everybody else speaks like Shakur is just untouchable. But when
Terrence Collins, that's all good, my friend. That's all good. You're right.
But when you look at the facts,
all boxers in their career need to tighten up on a lot of things.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna be advised. Be advised. When you study a fighter, you don't know what happens in that ring. Everybody's style is different. Styles.
Whoever.
No, that's
let
what I'm getting.
Let me ask you a question.
Time out.
I just want to ask you a question. Whoever said that Shakur was untouchable? I don't hear that from nobody.
Shit, everybody around him says he's just this. They try and compare him to Floyd, which he fights nothing like Floyd.
I'm saying, who said he was untouchable? I hear that about Tank. I never heard nobody say that about Shakur.
Man, everybody speaks like Shakur is just this defensive guy. All the boxing guys, every channel, Blue Blood, everybody.
Hey, I never heard Blue Blood say that Shakur was untouchable.
Huh? He doubles down on what he says now.
I heard Blue Blood say that he thinks that Devin Haney will beat Shakur.
I think that too.
Okay, well,
what I'm saying is a lot of people are biased when it comes to that Blue, but he favors Devin more. He's closer with Devin, so I've told him he's biased too.
He ain't closer with Devin.
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Anybody he deal with.
Hold on. I think that, and I respect you, no disrespect, but I think you know what you're saying, some bullshit right now, because I think the real thing is you biased for Tank, because everybody is saying all of these channels, you know what channels, come on, man, niggas and created, like, all they do is make content protecting Tank every day. So it's a million motherfuckers that's telling you that Tank is untouchable. I don't see no channels that's coming on with Shakur content every day telling you, man, Shakur this and nobody can touch Shakur. And
you got Pro Box TV, you got Polly, you got all them 10 Bradley.
They're saying that shit about
Shakur does Tank off.
Hey, Terrence, everybody on this panel listen to Pro Box. Everybody, we all listen to all the podcasts. But explain what you are saying. Can you explain it?
This argument, so you ain't let me finish. This is what I was trying to get at. So
go ahead,
what I'm saying is Shakur, basically his fighting style, the way everything he does, he makes a ton of mistakes, and then you got people who like, oh, he's too defensively sound, he controls the distance, everything, but they don't talk about how he touched the ropes all the time. They don't talk about how he doesn't counter punch in a lot of opportunities that he has. They don't talk about a lot of the things, a lot of mistakes that the dude makes. He goes straight back in lines. And then they don't talk about the opponents that he's facing. He's not fought one single opponent that you would classify as elite. He's fought two decent guys, and that's Jamal Herring, and then he beat Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez is very one-dimensional, though. Like, that's why.
But that ain't his fault. That's not his fault. Style makes fight.
James, let him cook.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
When you're talking about fighters and their styles, like, you have to look at what, like, Tank, I know what I have a feeling certain guys. Keyshawn, I get what people are saying. Keyshawn is a guy with the style that is gonna present problems for Tank. What I'm saying is, it's crazy how everybody, like, they'll look past Lamont Roach, who has the experience and everything else, who's naturally bigger, just the full attributes, but they're holding the fact that he's fighting 5 pounds lower than Tank as Tank shouldn't fight that fight. But then you got Keyshawn who just beat Lemos. And then if Tank was fighting that same guy, everybody would be like, oh, you fight a bum or whatever. Like, they'll make excuses. But then Keyshawn fights him and does what he's supposed to do because Keyshawn is damn good. Nobody's knocking the fact that Keyshawn is good and he has the skills because he does. But the fact that he can do that to him, and then everybody's like, oh, he's ready for Tank. He'll beat Tank. He has what it takes. He has the skill. Like, it's just crazy. Fighters, it's just like what we saw with Abdullah. He passed the test. He's damn good too, but when you put in fighters above their time in a way, you ain't letting them grow. They're not getting the time to actually experience certain stuff that they gonna need to fight the elite guys. Tank is just not a good fighter. He's one of the guys out of the sport that is actually on an elite level. And I do put certain guys up there like Shakur and them, but what I'm saying is those guys also have not fought anybody on that level either. Everybody talks about the styles and everything else. You can't name me a fighter Shakur's fought that's elite.
So let's check this out, right? You cooked, right? Okay. Now let me say something, right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I've been doing this whole show. I ain't had to come on here and break down Gervonta Davis's flaws because he got a lot of them on defense.
No,
right?
he do too.
Right. First thing you did to deflect is come on here and start talking about Shakur Stevenson and the flaws that he have and this and that, right? And then, right, that's the first thing you did. Then you went to, well, these guys haven't fought, everybody want to fight Tank to fight these such and such, but these other guys haven't fought. My whole thing I've been talking about, dog, is every time we ask Tank to fight one of these guys that's really like that, it's somebody like you that come and start deflecting about, well, who they fought and they ain't did this and they ain't did that. And I'm simply saying,
you didn't listen to what I said.
No, hold on. I let you cook. I'm simply saying all of that shit is cool. Put them in the ring together and let's see what's popping. You came on here deflecting.
No, I agree with you. I said that.
Well, man, you guys just, man, Keyshawn ain't fought such and such these guys, and Shakur ain't fought this, and Shakur got these flaws. Okay, that's cool. All I'm saying is put these niggas in the ring and let's let them bump. That's it. I'm sick of hearing all the first thing I said, bro. Because
the first thing I said I agree with you. Tank needs to get the ball rolling and get these guys in the ring. That's the first thing I said.
All that other shit would needed because we know all these fighters got flaws. You came up here, we wasn't even talking about Shakur Stevenson. Like the most of the time, we was talking about him and Keyshawn Davis. Like that's what they've been. But we want to see all of those fights. But the first thing you came up, oh man, Shakur got these flaws, and then okay, cool. Can he get in there and exploit them? Because all of these fighters got these flaws. You came up here talking about, oh man, everybody thinks Shakur is invincible. All these channels, no, nigga. I see a million fucking channels that are Gervonta Davis based channels. You don't see that?
No, I don't. I see a lot of people that hates on Gervonta.
So hold on. So you really gonna sit up here and look me in my eye?
What channels? Yeah, put me on the channel.
Hold on. You really gonna sit here and look me in my eye and tell me you don't see no channels on YouTube that are strictly Gervonta Davis based channels that Tank Davis do no wrong. Every time they do a live or video, it's about Tank and people hating on Tank and Tank. So you gonna tell me that you don't see none of these channels on YouTube that's strictly Gervonta Davis based channels?
Rise Podcast is the only one I would agree with you on.
Nigga, use a motherfucking lie.
Put me up. What channels?
Like nigga, use a flat out lie,
bro.
If you sitting up here, if we gonna play dumb, we just gonna play dumb together,
bro. I'm asking you what channel.
Rise Podcast don't even really be, you know what I'm saying, riding Gervonta Davis like that. They talk about everything. Like, come on, bro. Like you really just sit up here and tell me that you don't see that shit. Like, come on,
I just asked you what channel.
If you can't keep it real about some simple shit,
I'm being real. I'm asking what channel.
Everybody know it's channels that every day all they do is come on, make their live.
I must not follow them or see them. Then that's what I'm saying.
Well, okay.
I clearly don't follow them or see them.
Okay. All right. What channel?
And when I even mentioned the stuff about Shakur, I was just simply.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. What channels do you follow and see?
Showbiz, Blue Blood, Cigar Talk, this, Akai TV, Aki TV.
So Terrence Collins.
Oh, let him talk. Let him talk. And who?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And who?
I said I don't know them all. I follow a decent amount though.
Well,
how much research? How much research you do?
You gotta name the channels. That way, if you keeping it a buck and you just really don't know these channels, then I'm gonna tell you that.
I just named you the ones I know.
So those are ones. Okay, well, okay. Well, maybe you ain't seen it, but man, I don't know. Maybe this shit ain't coming up in your algorithm or something.
No, that's what I said. That's why I was saying inform me, because I mean maybe there's some channels out there I must not follow. I ain't trying to. I'm gonna make it like this. I agree with you. Tank do need to fight these niggas.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Get them in the ring.
I got people behind the scenes. Like I got friends that's huge Gervonta Tank Davis fans. All they want to hear about is Tank Davis. Like that's all they give a fuck. They want to go and hear about these are personal family members and shit like that. So I appoint them to certain channels. I say go to these channels because they're gonna give you all the Gervonta Davis narratives and you know they're gonna cater to Tank. Go to these certain channels. It's a bunch of channels that you can go to if you want to hear what you want to hear about Tank.
I'm a boxing fan.
Keon, hold up, Mr. Collins, hold up real quick. Keon, would you advise him also? Because you know when I come on, I don't argue with you, Keon, because I know you got the resources, and I respect your resources. Terrence, all I'm saying to you, all those channels you look at, fine. Do research for yourself. How about that? Look up the fighters. Look up with their careers. Look up their stuff. I do. Because podcasts got a lot of resources that I don't. They got a lot of stuff. Keon, I listen to my man a lot, and I got respect for him. You ever notice I never argued with him, ever. Why, Keon? Why?
I mean, I don't have no problem with somebody disagreeing or arguing with me. I mean, we not.
No, but I'm not going to argue with you, though, because I know you got resources I don't have. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to explain to Terrence Collins.
Yeah,
when you approach podcast,
I'm just talking boxing.
Yeah, we not gonna all agree on certain shit, but at the end of the day, we should be able to get together, talk boxing, and be able to break these fights down. Right? Exactly. We can't do that, but we're not able to do that if you got fans that's just making excuses for their favorite fighter not to fight somebody.
I think what I'm saying, y'all taking it as excuses. I'm speaking more alluding to how the fight looks and how people keep saying that they make the narrative the fights ain't happening because Tank is scared or whatever else, and that's why I was alluding to the style. It's nothing to be scared of.
I don't think that Tank is scared.
Get those guys out of there.
I don't think that Tank is scared. I don't think that Tank is necessarily scared. I think that he has something in him that he is afraid of losing, and he knows that he ain't scared. He knows that if he fight these upper echelon fighters like a Keyshawn Davis, like a Shakur Stevenson, and whoever else is right? I'm not. Hold on, James. Hold on. Let me get to what I'm trying to get at. Right. I think that he knows that if it's a possibility that he can lose. He knows that if he fights Lamont Roaches and guys like Frank Martin, it's a much slighter possibility that he'll lose. So come on, man. We all know this shit. He's looking at these situations and saying, you know what? I'm going to minimize my chances of losing. I'm still going to make this bread and run it up without having to fight these certain guys. Without having to fight these certain guys, because no man, see what y'all don't understand as fans, man, is y'all opinion don't fucking matter. My opinion don't matter once these guys get in the ring and really fight each other.
No, facts. That's facts.
Cool, bro. That shit though, just because I believe that such and such might be Tank or Tank might be such and such, that don't matter until they get in the ring. when you got 2 A-level fighters getting in the ring, bro. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like when Bitterbeef fought Bivol, people was split. That was a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, for sure.
And whoever's opinion of whatever was gonna go down didn't matter once they got in the ring. Those are the type of fights that I'm talking about. And this nigga got to step up because we got to stop making excuses. Well, man, he don't got to call out nobody. He ain't never did this and he ain't never did that.
Yeah. No, I ain't one of them.
He's not online all the time. Why can't I? Okay, let's just say me and you, right? Let's keep it real as real men, right? If I can get on my live stream, right, and say, fuck this nigga Terrence Collins, he a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck his mama too. His mama a bitch, right? Yeah. And I could go off like that, right? And then people say, well, why don't you call this nigga to a fight if you feel that way about him? And then James Kelly say, well, he don't gotta call Terrence Collins out to a fight. He ain't never came on live and called nobody out to a fight, right? Well, I just came and said all that shit about you. If I'm willing to engage and say all these things about you, why can't I call you to a fight?
But you gotta think that's what I mean when I say
why can I cuss you out and call y'all type of bitches, but I can't call you to a fight?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. When you paying attention to what these guys' careers been like, people have done that to Tank. His whole Gary Russell has done it. Wow. He ain't never called him out. Tevin Farmer has done it. He ain't never called him out.
Yeah, he did call Tevin
used to do it.
He got online back in the day and called Tevin Farmer all type of bitches. He called Tevin Farmer.
Yeah, he'll respond. I'm saying he'll respond. He's responding.
No, bro. We can't. But we cannot do that and then say that everybody else has to do that. If we're requiring,
that's what I mean by everybody being biased. I'm not biased.
I'm saying if we require all these other fighters to call fighters out when they want to fight them and get on their helmet, we can't jump back and say, well, Tank is an exception. We're just automatically supposed to know who Tank want to fight because he said, oh yeah, they on that list. Well, we good with that. Tank didn't tell us when he want to fight him, if he really want to fight him, and what year he want. He just they on the list somewhere, and that's all Tank got to do. And then we give him a pass. Nobody else in boxing can do that. We don't give nobody else a pass in boxing except for Tank. So when did he become the end all be all in boxing to where he gets exceptions that no other boxing in boxing gets? Like, when did that happen?
I ain't never said it was. I'm a Tank fan, but I'm a boxing fan, bro. I follow all these guys. I like Keyshawn. I like Shakur. I like all them. I'm just speaking on the bias that comes with certain shit. Like you speaking on the bias you see with Tank fans. I'm not one of them. Tank is one of my favorite fighters for sure, but I'm not one that's being biased towards whatever. I just personally, my opinion, I think he beats all them based off the style. I don't think Shakur's gonna be able to move 12 rounds and think that's going to win in a fight. It's going to work against him.
I don't think, like, I don't have no problem with you saying that Tank beat everybody. Like, that's not the problem I have, because that is your opinion, just like I have my opinion. Everybody entitled to their opinion when they say, okay, I think this fighter will beat this fighter, right? That's all gravy. I ain't never had a problem with that, right? You know, just like my opinion is different. I don't think Shakur gonna get in there and try to move 12 rounds because you can't beat Tank like that, right? You can't. Like, you know, if you but my problem is what, you know, I don't know if you getting what I'm saying. My only problem, bro, is that saying Tank does this and he knocks everybody the fuck out and this and that, and then that same person or those same people, a whole lot of them that's saying that, and then they come out the same mouth and make an excuse for Tank to fight the upper echelon guys. Oh, well, man, they not a sell, or they not this, and man, I agree. Why y'all want Tank to fight everybody because such and such, y'all don't want such. Like, come on, man. We want real boxing fans don't just want Tank to fight everybody. We want everybody to fight the best fighters. The only reason Tank's name gets put out there, maybe more so than the rest of these guys, is because people are putting Tank on a pedestal above everybody. Tank is the one that's making more money than everybody. So why is it okay to be one of the highest paid fighters in all the boxing, but it's not okay to want to see you fight the best of the best?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. But no, that's what I was speaking about right there. You just said it. That Tank, people are putting them on a level. I think some people do it not even realizing that they are. That's why I say the bias comes in, because you expect, there's guys who expect like Tank, like, oh, when he went down the list or whatever and ends up fighting Roach, everybody's like, Lamont Roach is just a bum. I don't personally think Lamont Roach is a bum. And I think a lot of people are going to be shocked stylistically when the fight, if Tank don't clip him and they fight for 12 rounds and it's actually a good fight. I think a lot of people
that's a big if. But I bet you wouldn't put no money on that. You see
that it
what I'm
goes
saying?
12 rounds? I'm actually betting that it goes 12 rounds.
If you keep it real, right?
I'm keeping it a buck with you.
You might put a little change on that just to see if you can get lucky. You wouldn't put no real money on that shit. Come on, bro. Let's just keep it a buck.
Stylistically and the size. Everybody like it's this, but this is what I mean by bias right here.
Bet me 500 if they fight. Bet me 500 then.
Bet you 500 that what? That go 12?
That it go 12.
I bet you. You got link. I gotta get your info. I bet you.
Okay. Put your number in the private chat, and we gonna link up and bet that when that fight happen, me and you gonna bet that it go. I say it don't go 12.
On fights all the time, bro.
Okay, I say it don't go 12. But see, this is my thing, right? Now, excluding you, because I mean I don't know, but the majority of fans,
and I'm not even confident in that. I'm a bet. I love to bet, and I just have a weird, like, I'm looking at the styles. I think. And like I said, I spoke to Lamont on Cigar Talk. Yeah. I personally think that people are overlooking the fact that he loses, like he said out of his own mouth, he loses a lot of weight to make 130. He was like, bro, people not realizing shit's gonna be easier for me. I'm gonna have to lose less. I'm gonna have to do less work. I'm gonna be stronger. Like, he's naturally already bigger than
everybody
Tank.
Say that shit, bro.
Everybody say that shit. That Tank is small. Like, that's how he's talking. So
everybody say that shit until they get in the ring. And
I said that too. I told him, I said, bro, don't be saying this. And then like most people, when they get in the ring, bro, their mindset change because they know they in there with a puncher.
Nothing that Lamont Roach has done in his whole career, bro, tells none of us on this panel that. Like, come on, man. Let's just keep it a buck. Ain't nothing that Lamont Roach, and like I said, no disrespect to Lamont Roach. Ain't nothing that he's done in his career tells nobody that, bro. Like let's keep it a buck, man. If Tank Davis knocks out Lamont Roach, ain't nobody gonna be fucking surprised. Like, man, I didn't think it's gonna be a very, very small percentage of boxing fans that's gonna be surprised if Tank go in there and knock him out. People are expecting that. Like, when are you gonna get in the fight to where people like, damn? Like, I'm kind of nervous for Tank, you know what I'm saying? Because this is actually a real 50-50 fight. But
see, I feel like people did it with Ryan, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
The styles was not even close.
But then
they pick and choose when they want to feel like, oh, this person might beat him based off the trend or whatever. I don't know. Shit, you had people talking about Frank Martin. It was, I don't know. I don't get it. I ain't expect him to knock Frank Martin out like that. I ain't gonna lie, but I knew damn well Frank Martin wasn't winning. Like,
the same niggas that'll tell you that oh man, Tank knocked Shakur out in 5. It ain't going past 5, right? And Shakur ain't this and Shakur ain't that. But them same niggas don't want to talk about how Lamont Roach lost to Jamel Herring that Shakur Stevenson stopped.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, let's just keep it real, man. We know who the upper echelon, the A fighters in the sport are, right? And Tank Davis, it's time for him to fight the A fighters. I don't need to see you. Like, you're not showing me nothing about you that I don't know about you fighting Lamont Roaches and fucking Frank Martins and guys like that. When is enough? Like, that's it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
But
we
I
not
think a lot of
letting-
people they failing to realize that he was in the talks with Lomachenko.
Bro, that's
for the
not
November
like,
slot.
y'all
When
was
Shakur
cool.
and them already had fights.
I talked about the Lomachenko shit earlier. I don't know if you was in here. Like
No, I got on. You was already live.
Yeah, Lomachenko, Tank beating Lomachenko at the level he's at, that wasn't gonna do nothing for me because I even Shakur beating Lomachenko wasn't gonna do nothing for me, but to say, okay, well, Shakur got a name on his resume. That's all that shit was for me. Yeah. Shakur got a name on his resume because Lomachenko is not the same fighter that he once was. Gervonta Davis, I had him knocking out Lomachenko, right? That shit wasn't gonna do nothing for me and be like, man, he stopped Lomachenko. Like, that wasn't gonna do nothing for me. I've seen a bunch of vulnerabilities in Vasyl Lomachenko. For one, he can't fight off the back foot. The nigga, he can't fight off the back foot. For two, his reflexes ain't what they was at one point in time. He gets hit a whole lot. Lomachenko do. If you letting a guy like George Kambosos touch you up, like, yeah, he beat the shit out of George Kambosos, right? He stopped him. But I'm saying if you watch the fight, George Kambosos was hitting Lomachenko with shots that Lomachenko wouldn't have been getting caught with and hit with before when he was, near his prime.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he wouldn't.
But he also was pressing more on Kambosos too, though.
Yeah, because we know that Kambosos ain't like that.
Yeah,
we know that
Kambosos he did a job on Teofimo. He did a job on Teofimo.
A C+ level.
I be arguing people with that fact too. That I think Teofimo just. I mean, ain't no thinking.
Teofimo got beat up. He got beat up.
Hit Kambosos, and
he got beat up, man. He got beat up, bro.
Yeah, no.
And
No, I ain't knocking it. I'm saying the game plan though. He went in there trying to knock Kambosos out like he's just a scrub, and it went against him. He got clipped in the process.
Hey, Terrence, how long you been watching boxing? Don't tell me 2
early.
years.
You said what?
How long you been watching boxing?
2008-ish.
When were you born, young man?
96.
Yeah, you ain't been watching boxing long. Come on, keep on talking. Go ahead. You can't talk.
Well, man,
Stop. Listen to Keon.
Let him cook.
Listen to Keon. No, let me finish. Listen to Keon, man. Please.
So the whole thing, man, it is, who are the real people that really gonna press and say, you know what, I'm a Gervonta Davis diehard boxing fan, and I want to see him fight these guys.
Shit, that's me. I'm a boxing fan and a Tank Davis.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see him fight no Lamont Rowe.
I think he clipped Shakur. I think those gonna be the fights that leaves it no question that he's that good. Because it's like people will argue he's that good. I want to see him fight the best, but then they'll turn around and be like, oh, I want to see him fight Shakur because I don't think he's really like that. And I'm like, bro, you can't have it both ways. The dude like that, and you want to see him fight the best. That's why I want to see him fight all those guys. I personally think he beat their ass, and then he gonna leave it to where nobody can argue nothing. But I do agree he does need to make the fights happen. He just turned 30.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see that shit for a long, long time. You know when this nigga turned. When Tank Davis turned professional.
2012 or 11, almost 2012.
So I believe 2012, 2013 ish, right?
Yeah,
that's when he turned pro.
In the 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. Yeah.
So we mean this man been a professional fighter since for the past. We in 2025, damn near.
Yeah, 12 going on 13 years.
12 going on 13 years, and we still asking this. But we cool with it, like come on, man. This is what I'm saying, and then we turn around and say, well, Keyshawn ain't fought such and such, and Shakur ain't fought such and such. Shakur turned professional in 2017.
Yeah,
Keyshawn turned professional in 2021, 22. So why should we have the same expectations for who on their resume? that we have for who's on Gervonta Davis's resume. And it's like, man, you want to give him credit for beating Ryan Garcia, but man, everybody seen how Ryan Garcia looked. The nigga was a shell of himself. Like, why we want to put an emphasis on, well, man, he beat Ryan Garcia or he beat Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios win to me would have been a hell of a win. If the circumstances that happened behind the scenes wouldn't have went down like they did. Like Mario Barrios was getting ready to move out of the division. These niggas is taking fights knowing they can't make the weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's another one too, though.
My bad. They taking these fights because of the money, knowing they cannot make the weight healthy. My man was in the gym with Mario Barrios the whole training camp, and he called me. And I tell this story. This ain't the first time I told this story, because first he was like, man, Mario Barrios gonna beat Tank. Mario Barrios gonna beat the shit out of Tank. And we had a bet. And we had a bet. This nigga called me the week of the fight and was like, the bet off. I'm like, why the bet off? He said Mario Barrios, like, he looked sick. He looked sick. He could barely make the weight. I'm in the training camp with him. He's struggling to fight off. You know what I'm saying? Mario Barrios is about to move up to 147. Let's catch him. Let's be strategic. We know he about to move up. We know he been having trouble making the weight. Let's catch him, right? Put the money in.
That's the case, though, man.
Nah, that's what they doing, bro. Let's catch him. We know what's going on.
I don't think they that in tune to know that this guy is struggling.
Yes, they are, bro. Yes. How you gonna say they not?
I'm just saying
they know what's going on. Let's catch him, right? Let's put this money in his face. It's gonna look real good on you. It's gonna look real good on you to get a belt at 140, a regular belt, right? Let's catch him before, you know what I'm saying? Put the money in his face. We know he's gonna say yeah, even though he's gonna kill himself to make the weight, and we're gonna put a rehydration clause on him. We're gonna make sure he struggle beyond. We're gonna make sure that he struggled to the highest. Let's put a rehydration clause on him too. Bam, we got him. And we seen how that nigga faded in the back half of the fight. He was cool in the beginning, giving Tank a lot of trouble, but he faded, right? Let's do the same thing to Ryan Garcia. We know Ryan Garcia ain't made 140 pounds. We know, 135. We'll give him a pound. And we're going to put a rehydration clause on him. Seen this nigga going in there looking like one of the Olsen twins. And if y'all know who the Olsen twins is, from Full House, when they had a problem with anorexia, that nigga looked like he was anorexic. Rib cage showing. And so I'm not saying that he wouldn't have beat the shit out of Ryan. I think that Gervonta Davis is technically a way better fighter than Ryan Garcia, but I also think that he made sure that he minimized his risk of losing by doing what he did. And what happens? We know they're going to take it because the money is involved. But he ain't pressing no real fighters like that.
That's true.
He ain't why is he not pressing, these real fighters that people really see as a problem and saying, you know what? Let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying? We can fight at 35. We don't have to have no rehydration clause or none of that shit. And let's get it popping. He's not doing that. So I know what he's strategically moving. Why are you doing that? If you him, what everybody say you is, why are you making these strategic moves every time you fight? Unless it's a Lamont Roach or a Rolly or a Hector Luis Gar. You know what I'm saying? Unless is a fighter that ain't nobody really saying is an A-level fighter. Then we can fight on the up and up. We ain't gotta have none of that extra shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So, like I said, it ain't that I don't think he could beat most of these dudes that he's doing this shit to. It's that why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Because the fans are saying that Man, the fans was telling me that you stopped Keith Thurman at 147 pounds. They told me that you gonna stop Keith Thurman a couple years ago at 147. But when it comes to fighters at 140, ain't too small. They too big. Why y'all want him to fight at this weight and all of that shit, man? Come on, man. But then when we talk about it, I'm hating and y'all actually got amnesia. You know what I'm saying? What is it? You was telling me that he fucked Keith Thurman up at 140, but why at 147, but why are some of these guys at 140 too big? And y'all just want Tank to do this, and y'all want just Tank to do that. And y'all, no, I want him to do something that y'all say that he can do. Stop telling me what he can do and put his feet to the fire. That's all I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking. If he too little, well, stop putting his name with fighters that's in them other weight divisions. If he too little, stay in your motherfucking lane and only try to fight fighters that's in your weight division. The top fighters that's in your weight division. You know what I'm saying? Why you want motherfucking Rayo to move down to 135? Why are you calling out Rayos and these fighters that's at 140 and wanting them to move down? Like, nigga, I'm glad Rayo told that nigga no. Nah, I'm not finna do what everybody else do and let you catch me weight drain and do that shit just for a money grab. But then y'all say, oh man, Rayo didn't want no smoke, he ducked. Nah, if Tank gonna call the nigga out, go up to his weight division and fight him. You know what I'm saying? If you call in, go up to their weight division and fight him. That's it. That's all. I want to see it, man. And as far as tonight, man, we got a lot of great fights that's coming on. We got a lot of great fights that's coming on, man. A lot of great fights that's coming on tonight. Jaron Ennis, I was listening to the Boxing Voice the other day, and I hearing a lot of people saying that Karen is gonna give Jaron Ennis the business. I heard a lot of cats call in saying that they think that Karen is gonna expose Ennis tonight, and I say that Ennis is gonna get that boy up out of there.
Do they understand this is a rematch?
I'm gonna get. Do
they understand that?
Yeah,
it's a rematch.
I don't know where they coming with this shit from. Like, bro, I was watching the morning. I'm listening, and it was a gang of motherfuckers that was calling in. Like, man, he gonna expose Ennis this time. Karen gonna do this and I'm like, man, okay. Like, he shut him out the first night. This time he gonna shut him down.
It's a rematch. They don't even know that, man. I guarantee you.
They know it. They just say shit, man.
Okay. Talk to look. This is your show. They have no clue this is a rematch.
His prediction is Boots get rocked on, dropped, and dropped. Okay. I think he said, man, come on, bro. I mean,
okay. My point is,
I guarantee you that Boots go in there and Karen gonna try to run and Boots gonna beat the shit out of him. That's what's gonna happen. But I mean, we got to fight. It's happening. We ain't got wait.
Here's a no, man. Look, his man, the dude that Karan Boots is fighting, man, have good footwork. Good footwork. And don't think Boots and his daddy didn't watch that. Come on, man. Yeah, man, good. God. I'm sorry, Key. I'm having one of those tantrums, right? Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong?
That boy, once he cut off the ring, he gonna punish that dude, Karen. Karen know it. Like, real talk. My whole thing is like, I don't even know why this dude, if this dude Karen go in there and do the same shit that he did the first fight, because he wasn't trying to win. He just went in that first fight and was just trying to survive. He didn't put no
footwork.
He didn't footwork. Yeah, he had great footwork, but he didn't know he didn't put no offensive effort in to try to win. So if you're gonna go in the ring tonight and you're gonna do the same shit that you did the first fight, why are you even taking the fight? So it's either you got a plan to actually try to win the fight, or I'm gonna question why you even took the fight. It don't even make no sense for you to take the fight.
And I don't know why they're fighting, period. And it's not pay-per-view, right? It's not pay-per-view, right?
Nah,
it's not pay-per-view.
Nah, it's on the zone, but like
I got the zone. I got the zone. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it shocked me that he's having a rematch with this dude. But I guarantee you, Keyshawn, and listen to your man, okay? That dude's footwork threw boots off. Now you can say, Jamal, I watched that.
Well, yeah.
He was running from boots, but his footwork threw boots off, man. It threw him off.
But see, this is the thing. What I was telling people after that fight happened too, right? His footwork threw him off, but what did he do other than that?
Run.
See what I'm saying? Like,
he ran.
If you got footwork with no offensive firepower behind it, it's very hard to catch up to somebody and stop somebody if they're not even trying to win the fight. Like, he wasn't trying to do nothing offensively to win the fight. So it's very hard because we see that he already have real good footwork, right? So if you already got real good footwork, but you're not trying to do nothing to win the fight, that shit makes it hard to cut off the ring. It makes it real hard to cut off the ring if you got good footwork like that. If you got good footwork like that and you're not trying to do nothing to win the fight. You know what I'm saying? This nigga James over here lifting weights and shit. So man, I think Boost is gonna come punish this dude. Real talk. But I'm finna get ready to wrap it up, man. I hope I made a lot of y'all mad, you know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all don't like the truth. Y'all can carry on and go listen to the bullshit.
You know you're getting the pass, right?
What you talking about?
Man, I've been looking for you for the last 6 freaking months.
Oh man,
you took off on me.
I ain't came
and
on
you
here.
I always supported you. I always supported you.
Yeah, you definitely do, man. I appreciate you always supporting and showing love, man. You took
off on me, man.
Yeah, man. It be boxing, man. Like
what?
It be a whole bunch of just bullshit going on in boxing.
If you got family stuff going on, that's your privacy.
I
was looking for you, bro.
It'd be a whole bunch of just bullshit, fake shit going on in boxing. Like,
you got a good podcast, Kay. You got a good podcast.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. It just
you ain't got no choice to appreciate me. You ain't got no choice. You ain't got
no. You already know.
I watch other podcasts and I respect other podcasts, and you know that, and I respect you. Come on, man.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
Talk about boxing. You talk, man. We got in conversations that had nothing to do with boxing. Am I right or wrong?
No. That's
over the years.
1,000%.
And we didn't just meet yesterday. We met forever. Anyway, I love you, man. Just talking about you, man.
Like my man said, and salute to Diana, the queen. Blessings to you and yours, and blessings to you. She's always she's another one that's.
Hey, Diana, how you doing, Diana? Bring her on, bro. Let her take the link.
And Diana don't want to. She just be supporting. She come and support.
I support and I get on the link. I support. Tell her to get the link.
But
let's see her perspective.
But Napa 1M, that's what it is. People don't really want to hear the truth. They only want to.
Everybody, you got the link. Come on the link and talk. Run your mouth. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk.
Most people don't want to hear the truth. They just want to hear whatever channel is going with whatever narrative they pushing every day and it be the same shit over and over, that's what they go and that's what they want to hear. That's just that and that's just
okay, man. You bring the real deal, bro. You bring the real deal, bro. You bring the real deal, and be advised. I was upset with you. Yeah, I tell the whole world that I was upset with you because I couldn't find you anywhere. You took off on vacation. I don't know what you did.
No,
but I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad you're back. No live streams and shit and stuff like that.
I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back.
But young beast, I appreciate you because, man, I appreciate the haters too, because you always watching me. You know what I'm saying? You hating. You always in the comments, right? Typing. But, man, I ain't tripping, bro. I appreciate you too. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, if I was just speaking the bullshit and hating like you say I do, you wouldn't be listening to me, bro. That's the truth. See, the thing is I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it raw. I might not tell you what you want to hear, but you deep down inside, this shit the real,
Okay. I say something real quick. I'm about to go. And I thank you for praying for my wife and everything. Yeah, and I want everybody that's hearing what we're talking about. Let me tell you something. I'm blessed to have a great wife. She's dealing with some issues now, but she's my wife. And Kay, you the real deal, man. And I thank God for you. And anybody that come on this station, because I talk to all podcasts. I love all podcasts. Everybody. I ain't got no problem. Whatever the podcast have with different other podcasts, that ain't my problem. My deal is talking to everybody. And Kay, I missed you. You disappeared on me, man. You disappeared on me, but you're a good dude. And thank you for praying for my wife. And I'm about to go. Love you. Appreciate you, man. God heaven bless you and your family. And Terrence Collins, same with you, my friend. You're young cat. And who is Too Rich, Mr. Respect?
Yep.
You have no clue who I am. You have no clue who I am, but I respect everything Boston, man, because I'm telling you, Keyshawn K is the man. Thank you, sir. I'm gone.
I appreciate you, James, man. Appreciate
and
you.
I know you do, man. Look, when you disappear, I try to find you. What in the world you do? What did you do? Why did you disappear? You can't do that. Talk to me now. You stuttering. You're stuttering. Why did you disappear?
Yeah, man. I just told you, man. I pop up on y'all every now and then.
Everything. What you talking about? You can't do that, man. Yeah. Not with me. Because I trust you and I see what you and I hear what you and I'm respectful of you.
Nah,
don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm gonna be.
And if you gotta do it, I understand.
James, I'm gonna definitely be praying for the missus for sure.
Well, I know that, man. I pray for you too, man. I thank you for your show. Keep your show going, man. But don't disappear like that, man. You can't disappear like that. You can't disappear
I'm gonna put some shit out just for you. I'm all right.
Don't disappear again. I'm your older brother. I'm your older brother or your older father. What is it? I'm your father or your brother?
Okay, you ain't old enough to be my father, but I might look. I might look young. I ain't near as young as I look.
I'm 58 now.
You ain't old enough to be my father.
But big daddy, big father, but big brother.
No, but that chill. Pause with the daddy shit. Pause with
big brother. Yeah. Big brother.
No, yeah, we big bro. Big bro.
Okay. But I miss you, man. Honest to God, I miss you, man. That's crazy. And everybody that's listening to this channel, this ain't no punk crap. I say crap because I wanted to say something else. This ain't no punk channel. You see? And I watch a lot of podcasts, and I'm respectful for all podcasts I deal with. I put money, whatever it is. I ain't rich. Let me tell you something. K's a man. K's good dude. And everybody else I deal with is good dude. Blue Blood, True Media, Kickboxing, whatever you want to call it. Showbiz the adult. I'm with them too. Because it's important to be diverse in this game, in this daggone media about Boston. Because Boston is not like it is before. Boston is there, but the media is not there and everybody can't watch it. And I give Keyshawn the most respect. And I missed you, bro. I missed you.
Hey, that was a hell of an outro, James.
You kicked me off, see?
That was a hell of an outro.
The kids are today. You young kids respect your elders.
I appreciate you though, man. That was a hell of an outro.
I miss you though, man. I miss you.
Yeah. And salute, man. Make sure you turn your notification on so you can get it next time I come on, James.
Yo. How can I send you an email or whatever that we can talk differently? I mean, but outside this scope. Because I like to share the narrative of what we talk about when it comes to boxing, because there's a lot of people that I deal with don't know nothing.
Yeah, I drop my email in the private chat, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll give you my email. Right? Everybody that hear this email, let me write it down. Listen to me. J-A-M.
Man, you don't want to do that. You don't want everybody emailing.
I'm doing it. JAMESKELLEY. S as in Sam, R as in Robert at gmail.com. Anybody that read and heard that, call me anytime, email anytime. God, I'll deal with you. I'm the real deal. Just pray for your boy, man.
All right.
Okay, pray for your boy, man. I'm almost finished with my PhD. I'm scared to death. Pray for your boy.
Prayers up, James. We're gonna continue to cook before I get off, okay? I appreciate it.
I'm gonna sit here and listen.
Okay.
I ain't leaving. Don't try to get rid of me.
All right, James.
What's up?
What you got?
Man, what's going on? Everything boxing, man. What's up, chat and panel? But look, hey, a couple of things, but on that Boots Ennis. Now I got Boots winning this fight. Don't get it twisted. But it's a matter of how good of a fight it's gonna be. Now I look at the fact that Karen pushed for this fight. Now Karen has stopped the last 2 out of 3 opponents that he faced. So he got something. Do he got enough to beat Boots? I don't think he got enough power. But I made a short and I did a fight breakdown, and it was entitled Things to Look For. So now that I'm saying Karen beat Boots, this is what I want you to look for. Boots swing wide. So when he get ready to throw his hook, I'm pausing the video where Boots' hand is literally behind his shoulder. That's too wide. Karen throwing the left hook, catching him on the inside. That's why a lot of people think Karen kind of exposed him, where he was timing Boots, because Boots has these wide hooks, and sometimes he comes in with no jab. So I'm pretty sure Karen them seeing this, thinking they got a chance to catch or time Boots. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Boots rocked a little bit, maybe even a flash knockdown, but then Boots eventually coming back, getting a little meaner, because I think he take too many showcase fights. I need him to be a little bit meaner and go ahead and get Karen out of there.
He's got the good footwork, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tay. I just say this guy got the good footwork.
You gotta let
right.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you, bro. But I don't see it. I don't see Karen doing nothing in there to Boots. But we gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Hey, this is my last thing on Mason right quick.
Say what you saying. I'm hearing a lot of people saying that Karen gonna cause Boots a lot of problems. Let's just see if people keep that same energy, if it don't happen that way.
Yeah, and I hope Boots stop him, because man, he needs to stop him, man, because I think they need to up Boots' competition. But I do think I see why Karen them wanted this fight. I see what they think they can exploit. I'm not saying they're gonna be able to. But see, another thing, if they wanted this fight, I think they trained particularly for Boots. But did Boots particularly train for Karen or the Eastern European style? You see what I'm saying? When I watch some of Boots sparring, I'm pretty sure I don't see it all. It seemed like he just training to be a better Boots. But these Eastern Europeans got that jump in, jump out style. They could be a little tricky. So I just think he's going to be a little bit better fight than we think, even if Boots stop him. I think Karen give him a little pushback, and maybe we see a really, really good Boots. You know what I mean?
Well, like I said, man, one thing we know, if Karen coming to win the fight, we gonna know right off, because he gonna have to fight a much different fight offensively than he fought. You know what I'm saying? The last fight, because he ain't
no doubt.
Fight. He came to survive that fight. He came to say, I went 12 rounds with Gervonta Davis. He can't. If you taking this fight a rematch, now you're gonna have to fight.
Yeah,
and I'm looking at it like, okay, now you're gonna have to fight, and Boots is gonna get you up out of there. Boots is one of them ones, man. Like I really believe that Boots is one of them ones, man.
I love Boots. I love Boots. But K, can I ask you something, K? Hey, K, can I ask you something?
What's that?
Yeah, I love the whole Boots, and they're from Philly. They from my neck of the woods. But I'm asking you something. What is it, and why did this rematch come about?
Because he was Boots mandatory, and Boots was gonna have to get, unless Boots was going up against another fighter that had a belt to where it was a unification bout. Boots had to fight Karen, or they were gonna strip him of that IBF title. Now, if you ask me, I think that they should have made an effort to say F that IBF title and move up to 154 if they could get a big fight up there. But he kind of like, no, I want to, become undisputed at 147, but I don't think that's possible, because I don't think that them other guys at 147, is gonna be willing to fight him. Like I think that maybe down the line, Brian Norman and him, they gonna fight, but I don't think that a Barrios and the Standing on this being over at PBC is gonna be willing to fight Jerron in it. So in order for you to become undisputed, the guys with the other belts, they have to be willing to fight you. And I don't see PBC making no, standing on this or making no Barrios fight with Boots, especially now that Boots left him. I don't see that happening, man. So they know, man, Boots was over there with the fighting on Showtime. They know how good he is. They not finna let Boots fight one of their fighters and take all them belts to where they don't have no titles in their stable at 150.
Well, why the rematch with this? Help me, man.
I'm gonna
tell you something. They know something. They see something.
James, I just told you he didn't have no choice but to rematch if he wanted to keep his strap. Karen was the IBF mandatory. That was his mandatory. But man, I gotta wrap it up, man. I gotta get off here. I'm gonna catch this Colorado game real quick, man.
They're losing.
I said
that on purpose. I'm sorry.
No, I see it. I got it on my phone. I'm gonna catch this, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through, rocking with me. The ones that's hating and the ones that's showing love. I appreciate everybody, man. This is just boxing at the end of the day. We need to get these fights. We need to press all of these fighters to get in there and make this shit happen.
Keep on doing what you're doing, Keyshawn, because you're doing good, K. I appreciate you. I respect you. You've always been respectful, man. I got upset when I didn't see you for a while. But let me tell you something, man. You're a good dude, and you bring the real deal. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come on. And everybody that's been on, look, it's been a good deal. Let's move on, man. God bless all of you and your families. Keep praying for my wife and everything. And thank you.
No doubt, no doubt. And like I said, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all get to hopefully y'all get the notification when I come back on, and y'all already know how I do, man. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.
Salute.
Hey,
yeah.